Okay, you guys should be able to hear me now. Sorry about that. For some reason, it disconnected my mic. That was really weird. Hopefully you can hear everything else. I have no idea why I did that. I don't know if I plugged them in the wrong order or what. Anyways. Hey, sweet. Hey, Robbie. Just got done with class. Summer classes this week. Summer classes never really a problem. They were always kind of fun. Just be on campus without a ton of people there. Have everything to yourself. Roads aren't insanely busy because in Clemson those roads were pretty rough. But yeah, so tonight, tell me guys if the audio sounds off at all or anything like that. Hey, Drez. Tonight, it's gonna be just some random trophy playing tonight. So yeah. But anyways, I don't know exactly what we're going to play tonight. Maybe some Sly 3 or something, or maybe some of these other games, because I actually went back and dug through my emails a bit, and I forgot that I actually got a few free games, all from, the same developer. So these Zombie Derby games, I actually got all of those for free. And he also gave me Stunt Paradise, I believe it was. So we could play one of those because, free games, I'm not going to turn that down. I don't know if they're going to be dumpster dive quality games or if there's something that are worth playing on a normal stream. Also, got updated with trophies, which is pretty neato, but apparently it's the PSP version, so it's different from the one on console that I did back, however long ago. Started your master's program this week, so that year-long journey starts now. Nice, nice. Started texting the girl. Nice. Finished COD Classic, now on Doom Dark Ages. Yeah, you finished that one pretty quickly. Although it is nice that you only have to beat it once and do a few miscellaneous trophies. And the only reason these guys are still downloaded are because I intend to possibly go back and do another, an official banning challenge for both of those, because it might make things more doable. But that's not tonight, obviously. So yeah, I got all sorts of stuff we can play. We could play one of the free games I got, this Stunt Paradise one, because it seems to be the different one. Or we can play some Sly 3, or just some COD 4, honestly, or just anything. I'm up for whatever. I'll play Doom at some point, though, because I know it's going to get DLC at some point, and I suspect that it's probably going to get that permadeath mode having a DLC trophy. I wouldn't be surprised if it did, because the game has a full game permadeath and a chapter-by-chapter permadeath. So that's not something that I really want to do. My name is Mayo. I actually haven't bought it yet, surprisingly. I do still need to do that at some point. But I'll make sure that the trophy, whenever I decide to go for that, the stream will be named something related to that. Because obviously, that's an important game to be playing at some point. But otherwise, no real trophy progress in the last day or so, because I was real busy last night, but right now with Sly 3, all we really have is completing the game, pretty much, in Master Thief challenges, so quite a ways away from being done with everything. I just started episode 4 on, Monday night, so hey, Layan. So we got that, and then what else is there that I need to say? We talked about Far Cry 2 on Sunday and that ridiculousness that it came back online randomly. Permadeath won't get achievements, no Doom game ever releases with it, and it's in the game already? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I just don't really want to take a risk with it. Getting close to the Indiana Jones and the Great Circle plat. Just need the relics and artifacts. Also doing Alien Isolation. Ooh, nice set of games. Definitely want to play Indiana Jones at some point. Let it go down a little bit in price, and it's something I will definitely play. And then Alien Isolation's a pretty fun game. Didn't get to talk to her too much in class. Just gonna grab coffee. That sounds like a good choice. Resistance. I would do Resistance if I didn't need to be following a guide for the collectibles in the game, because the DLC has collectibles in it that are new. Finished Ghost Recon Wildlands DLCs, all of them. Started playing Mafia 3. Ooh, it's got bug trophies. Yeah, that's the one that's broken. I think you would like the Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart. Ooh, yeah, it's funny because I've actually owned the disc for that for ever since I got my PS5, and I just haven't gotten the chance to play it for some reason, and it's also probably too big of a file to download right now. Alright, I'm going to start out because, like I said, I got a couple of free games from somebody. Let me find the name of that person that sent them to me, sent me the codes for them, and we can check out a free game. A game that I got for free, so we will check it out. Let me figure out who that is. I have so many emails. It's some UK. It's some Ukraine developer called Brine Media, a small indie studio from Ukraine. So he's made all the free games that I got, so I might as well play one of them. Just see what it's like. Because I haven't gotten a free game in a long time. Lizard Guy got a free one, but he hasn't been streaming recently. He's been too busy with other stuff. So let's play the game I got for free and see how it is. I know it's an easy platinum because he mentioned that specifically in the email. Doom Dark Ages Platinum is quite short, 20 hours, 2.5 out of 10 difficulty. Yeah, because you don't have any difficulty-related trophies in it, so I can't imagine it's that bad. And that is really, really loud. Let's turn off that music. Because that is really, really loud, so I have no idea exactly what these trophies are going to be like, so let's check them out. Okay, complete a level, destroy the police car, perform a double backflip, a double front flip, blow up your car, sink in the water, nitro 3 times, 5,000 coins, buy a car, 5 stars, and 10 levels. Okay. Well, that's also going to be obnoxious, isn't it? Some of those vehicle noises. There was a GTA 4 Complete Edition and Max Payne 3 coming later this year. Oh, hell yes. I would love to see GTA 4 get a modern version, because I've never really played it. Can I need to get that. That is so loud for, like, no reason. Woo. Okay, then. That's not the worst thing I've ever played, obviously. And I killed the police car. And now we flip over. Well, that got me a couple of trophies, so that's cool. I'm gonna turn off a lot of these sound effects and everything, though, because they're really loud. So now it's going to be completely silent, because literally that is, like, way too loud. And kind of obnoxious, honestly. So, yeah, it's... The problem is there's no ability to choose how loud you want it to be, which is really dumb. Like, at least allow us to choose how loud it's gonna be. And at some point I have to do the backflip and stuff, so... Alright, so here we go backwards. And... jump! Okay, so what does that mean? We're alive, okay. Alright. Oh, and then we can't forget, Fallout Season 2 coming out in December. Can't freaking wait for that. That is a day one watch for me, of course. Cannot freaking wait. It's so weird not having the audio on with it, but it's so loud and they won't let you change it. It's like, no thank you. Alright, we got that done. First ride. And now I just need to figure out how to do flips. I'm assuming that it's something like... No? Huh. Is it... Oh, that's how you do it. That's how you do it. Okay. Now I know. This reminds me of... What was that game? There was some game that I remember playing as a kid that was like on computer that reminds me a bit of this. Just the way it plays, like it reminds me a little bit of one of those. I'm trying to think of what it was. I remember there was one like this in, shit, what was it? In Thrillville. In, Off the Rails had a minigame like this. No online trophies probably this time. Oh, that would be awesome. Because, I mean, I would love to play the game, not have to worry about online trophies, but get to play that game single player that's supposed to be actually really good. And that wasn't a trophy? That wasn't a double front flip or back flip? Guess there's a specific place we gotta do them. There's one. Alright, that's a trophy done. And yeah, for anyone who's just now joining, the reason that there's no game audio is because I turned it off because it was really loud and there's no option to just adjust it for some reason. Otherwise, though, yeah, this reminds me of, like, certain games I remember playing on, like, Computer Lab or something back when I was a lot younger. I don't know why, but it just does. Alright, so we still got to do a double backflip, but I'll wait and do that on the next level. Just because I want to go ahead and finish a level. If there are DLC in GTA 4's trophy list, could be one of the hardest GTA plats because of Gold Star. Oof, Max Payne 3 comes out. Hope it keeps New York Minute. How hard actually is that? I'm just curious. Like, how hard actually is that? You need to do it on all missions in the Ballad of Gay Tony. Oh, okay. Imagine GTA 1 and 2 to PS Plus Premium. I wouldn't be against that because I'm willing to bet that most people have never actually played those games. Like, I'm willing to bet most of us have never actually played those games. There we go. There's the double backflip. Alright, so we still need to buy a car at some point. And we have to finish 10 levels, which seems to be the most time-consuming trophy. I give him credit for reminding me of when I was younger and playing a game similar to this at some point. Because it does remind me of something like that. Nitrous, there is a trophy for that as well. I guess the big question is, do we consider this to be shovelware, is the big question. I guess that's the big question to chat. Do we consider this to be a shovelware title, or a just quick, easy platinum that isn't? Let me know down in the comments. I will say, though, like I said, I'm not a fan of the audio because, like I said, you can't adjust the volume. You just have to either have it be muted or completely on and loud. I will say that that is a legitimate criticism there. No clue, never done New York Minute because Max Payne 3 is unobtainable. Oh, yeah, that one's unobtainable. So it has, like, random online stuff. I remember when that was going down or something. So not that. Now, where do I go to buy a new car? Right here, maybe? Yep. Let's buy a new car. Alright. The only other ones you played besides the main ones were the Stories games. Never finished them, though. Gotcha. I released Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition on PS5. Never played one of those that I can remember. Okay, so we need to get 5,000 coins, one more nitro, a few more stars, and 7 more levels, and I think that's it. Alright then. It's actually a video game, so that's good at least. Very true. At least you need effort to finish it. Yeah, that's true. This one requires at least some amount of effort. It's not a one-button type of game or anything like that, not quite at least. So I can say that it seems to be a overall legitimate game. Not a super high-quality one by any means, but it's also a small indie developer that is making their game in Ukraine, so they kind of have more important things to worry about most of the time, so I have to factor that in. They've kind of got more important things to worry about right now over there, so I guess we factor that in as well. And it's also probably super cheap if you didn't get the free copy of it. It's probably very, very cheap, so... There's our last Nitrous, so that's another trophy. Awesome. And I guess each level just has a star hidden on it, is what that was showing me there. Yeah, it seems like it's an actual game. It actually functions correctly. It controls correctly, so... And the sad thing is that that actually makes this better than a number of the games I've played over the years. You know, in certain ways, so yeah. PS5 trophies, Brian. He's nearly done GTA 5 for Platinum. Oh, okay. He's doing that game a little bit late. Seems like he's playing that one a little bit late. Hey, TJ. Played Age of Empires 2 a long time ago on the PC and PS2. Yeah, I don't think I've ever played any of those. I played maybe it was a Civilization game, but it wasn't one that I owned. It was with a friend. And there's our star. Uh-oh. Can I go backwards and get it? I cannot. And we have to finish 10 levels anyway, so it's fine. Yeah, we gotta finish 10 levels anyway, so it's totally fine. We'll get it later. Yeah, I swear this reminds me a lot of, like, old computer games I used to play, but I just can't remember exactly what they were. I guess he captured the spirit of that. COD Classic would give a 6 out of 10. Pavlov's House was easier than expected. Well, the one good thing with Pavlov's House is that it has, like, basically an exploit that you can do. Not really an exploit because it's fully built into the game, but it's like a thing you can do at the very end of the level when you're in that defensive portion that makes it a lot easier. So I will say that's how I got through it. Like, clearing the actual house was a nightmare, but that part wasn't as bad because I was able to find that, like, exploit for it. Alright, what trophy is that? 5,000 coins? Okay, let's go. Very nice. PS5 trophies on $4.99, probably going to be his 500th. Okay, that makes sense. Didn't use that wall strat. I certainly did. I was, I mean, yeah, it's not the hardest FPS out there, and it's not even like a 10 out of 10, but for me, it was definitely a pretty big challenge, because it was one of the hardest first-person shooters that I've ever done, so I'm still proud of that. And I mean, everything outside of a few of those levels on Veteran was at least fun. Like, most of the levels on Veteran are potentially difficult, but not anything outright insane. There's a lot of parts of these levels that just play themselves. So there's nothing like outright insane in a lot of the levels, so I gotta say that, except for some of the British missions in the Pavlov's house. I ended up struggling a lot on that very last British mission, the one that is, it's like you're stopping the V2 rockets or whatever it is. Alright, so that's 5 stars and 6 levels cleared, so we just need to do 4 more levels, and then we are done with this, and we can move on to Sly 3. Play something different. I will double platinum this game, though, because again, I got it for free, so why not? I don't know when I'll do the other ones, though. People seem to think, or seem to all agree that it's not really worthy of being a dumpster dive game, because it's actually something they did put effort into, even if it was mostly meant to be an easy platinum. It's like, you can tell at least some effort went into this, which is more than you can say for a lot of the easy platinum, so probably will not be a dumpster dive game, most likely. Probably will not, the rest of the series probably won't be a dumpster dive one either, so good on them. Good on the developers. And I'm very understanding that you have more important things to do over in Ukraine right now than developing video games, so yeah. And I will read comments here in a second, but we're getting pretty close to being done, I think. Took you longer to get into the house than to clear it? Really? I had way more trouble clearing it than getting into it for the first time. I think COD 2 is harder, but it's your second hardest FPS, to be fair. I mean, COD 2, it sounds like it's pretty brutal, but I mean, doesn't it only have a list on Xbox? Like, it doesn't have anything on Steam or anything? I don't think it does. I'm just glad we never got Call of Duty 3 on... Well, we got Call of Duty 3 on the PS3, but we never got trophies for it, thankfully. Because if we did, we'd be grinding out like 100 hours of multiplayer. Oh, okay, so that's going to be a new issue now. Platinumed up a few months ago. The plat was short. Tracking the bugs and bones was hard. I assume you mean the original PS3 version, right? Because the PS4, PS5 version that's originally the PSP version just got trophies patched in, which is kind of nice. I'm glad they did that. Has Wally released yet? Because I feel like we were told that that one was going to come out like a year ago. Well, not a year ago, but like 3 or 4 months ago at this point, and it still hasn't released. And like the trophy list was leaked at one point, but I don't even think it's on PSN profiles, so I don't know what they're doing with that. And it's so dumb because it's like we're getting, what is it? It's like the PS Plus free games this month. Like the actual free games aren't that bad this month. There's a couple of RPG type games. One of them actually looks half decent, and there's Battlefield 5 isn't that bad of a game. And I think there's one other one that we're getting that looked kind of decent. But at the same time, they're only giving us one classic game. Like, really? Like, you're not gonna give us more than one classic game? Like, what's even the point? Because we want more of the classic games. You've got literally thousands of them. And you would easily be able to regain the liking of your fan base more often if you gave us some more of those. I mean, seriously, there's so many of them to play, and I'm just ready to actually, like, play some of the really big, famous classics and old series and stuff. Oh, okay then. This one's going to be a little bit trickier. Okay, let's go back and forth. Katsu with the infinite spawns and grenade spam. You can't throw back... Oh, yeah, you couldn't throw back grenades in that one. It's PS3 version. Gotcha. Saw a Golem game on sale for $8. You really want to torture yourself with that? Like, do you really want to torture yourself with that? I mean, if you want to, I wish you luck, but... Okay, how did I get through this the first time? How did I get through this the first time? Because I got through it no problem the first time, and now it's like... Okay. Now you could easily do your front flip and back flip there. Man, can you just not get it if you go backwards like this? Maybe you can't. Oh, I actually almost had it there. Hang on. And the sad thing is, if I fail here, I still have to replay, like, the rest of the level. Or if I fail somewhere else, I'd have to replay the rest of it. But I actually did just download up the new version of it, so I've got both versions of that downloaded. Maybe that's something that we play over the weekend or something. Unless I find something else I want to play. Because like I said, I do want to do the banning challenge for the old Call of Duties now that I've changed the rule sets a little bit. Because there might actually be a better chance of winning some of them, so... Alright, I gotta be a little bit careful here. Okay, we're still good. We're good. This might actually be the last level we need, or it might be like one more after this. It is interesting, though, like, it's literally just meant to be a bunch of stuff exploding most of the time. And now there's a random truck that just opens up a hole for us to climb up. Because logic. And every single cop missed pitting me somehow, so good job there, guys. Then another random helicopter explodes. And off the ledge. And there's the finish line. So is that the last level we need? Maybe? Or we have one more we gotta do. Yeah, couldn't throw back grenades, and you couldn't sprint either. Well, I still remember, though, like, when it came to throwing back grenades, Call of Duty 3 added that feature in, but it was the most, like, cumbersome, stupid possible way to do it. Because you had to hit, like, several different buttons to make it happen. You had to, like, put the grenade in your inventory while it was live, and then throw it back with a different button or something. It was near impossible to do on the Wii version. I still remember that, though. It was so dumb. Like, it's great that you put the feature in the game, but, like, at least make sure it's actually gonna work and not be done in some really weird way like that. Anyway, yeah, hopefully this is the last level so we can move on to something a little bit more intriguing. But honestly, not too bad of a game. Not at all. Given it's, again, a small developer, it's actually a game. You actually have to put effort into it, so... Gotta give them credit over some of the other stuff I play. And speaking of games like that, like people mentioned earlier, we gotta do My Name is Mayo Re-Mayo edition at some point. And is that the last trophy? I think that is. Oh, it's not? What's left? What do I still have? Oh, sink your car in the water. How did I not do that? Okay then, well, let's knock that one out real quick. And then we can move on to something else. Let's find a level with water in it. Presumably this one. Dark Age is now your priority, doing it on Nightmare for fun, gotcha. 2 trophies away from the Platinum in Hot Wheels Unleashed, solid. 4 away from the Alien Isolation plat, but you have the the no death run. Alright, last trophy. Easy enough. Okay. Not bad. Not a bad game overall for what it is. Got it done. It was a free game, so might as well take advantage of a free game. Show it off to people. See what it's like. Alright, let's get that one out of here. I'll play the other version later on, not on stream, though. I'm not going to waste people's time playing the other version on a stream. But yeah, real simple. Just finish 10 levels total, get 5 stars total, buy a car, collect coins, use nitro, die in a few different ways, and a few flippings. So, straight enough. Straight and simple enough. Hey, Simon. Hey, Cassie. Alright, let's jump into a better game. With some difficult levels upcoming. Enjoying Doom on the 5th level, nice. I know that Shinies is doing something insane. He's doing Ultra Nightmare for the full game. Which is the one where it's permadeath. And he's actually trying to do the whole game in that fashion, so I wish him luck on that. I would not want to do that. And I mean, speaking of permadeath stuff, Days Gone Remastered has a permadeath trophy. It's DLC, yes, but it's still a trophy in the game, unfortunately. Ultra Premium Edition, oh nice. Grapple Cam Break-In. Looks like we have 1 job for each character. Actually, it said that we need another item, so let's go grab that real quick. Yeah, we need Bentley's Grapple Cam, so we can't really do anything until we get that. Barely had enough money for it. Alright, I guess we're playing as Bentley now. Got through Game Pass, only on level 2. Solid. Slowly making progress in Balatro. Ooh, nice. Because I remember me and Lizard Guy played that, and it was pretty fun. Not gonna lie, it was a pretty fun time. Just I could see that being a very difficult platinum, and a very, very luck-based one at that. Because, I mean, some of it's gotta depend on what cards you get. Sometimes you just get screwed by cards.
This is it. General Sal's palace.
Not doing Ultra Nightmare because you're grabbing collectibles. Yeah, I don't blame you.
Sidetrack on the wedding.
Like it later on in levels. Level 1 felt great. That's good then. Missed 2 in the first level despite following the guide. Are there a lot of guides out already? I feel like that's surprising because it's barely been out.
You can't have enough operatives.
I know that PowerPix has been putting up guides for it. Probably finishing Doom very, very quickly. Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it's not a super long game.
But please, my father will be so worried. Just
alright, find General Sal and talk to him.
Sir, let me out of this prison. Is this the way you woo your wife? You have shown me nothing but cruelty. I'm so
Is this where we're going? Nope. That's just a still image.
Greetings,
it's either cards that screw you or boss blinds. Oh yeah, because like I could have seen that definitely happening when me and Lizard Guy were playing. Got Star Trek Prodigy Supernova, Shooter of the Arcana, and Bishuju Battles Cyber Panic Plats. Nice, nice. PowerPix and Maka. Okay, 2 trophies are bugged. Oh, that sucks. Who doesn't love bug trophies? They're the best.
However, I might be interested in employing a photographer. A day of such momentous import should be captured for future generations to marvel at.
I have one of the world's best photographers on retainer.
Which you saw
Really?
during the Dark Ages is the shortest one to platinum
if
out
he
of the
truly
3.
is world class,
Huh,
then
okay
he
then.
might get the honor of chronicling the
Well, that's
event.
good to know, but again, like, I do wonder if
However,
it's going to get
I'll
bad
need to see some
DLC
samples
trophies
before
later
I
or
give
something
him
that's
the
going to make
job.
me regret
Of
if I were to
course,
play it.
I'll have him come by right away.
You'd better not be wasting my time, wedding planner. I get very, very uncharitable when people waste my time.
All right.
Okay, Sly. General Sal wants some samples of your work. I've placed waypoints in areas with good photographic potential. Approach the guards while in costume, and they'll probably pose for you. Good luck, pal.
Sounds good. So this is our second disguise. Alright, should be simple enough. Alright, let's take some photographs.
Stop there. Give me the New Year's passcode.
The New Year's
yeah, there it
passcode. X square square X.
Night, sun, sun, night.
Sorry, just being careful.
Listen
And
up,
get them as
meatheads.
best you win so you
General
have
Sal
enough for all
wants
the
some pictures
upgrades.
of his
Oh,
staff.
okay.
So big smiles all around, or else.
What a
Shot,
darling
you'll need a few
couple.
more before talking with General Sal.
And good, they leave me so I can actually get out of that disguise and move a little bit faster. That's nice that we're getting close to where we go to the pirate level and can actually start making some serious money there. Definitely gonna be ready for that.
Hold. Tell me
And
the
actually start
sunset
buying
password.
stuff.
As I expected. Here
Triangle
you go.
X square circle. Triangle X.
Time's up.
Oh crap. How did he...
Sunset.
Did I hit the wrong button?
As I expected. Here you
Triangle
go.
X square circle.
Day, night.
I must... How was
sun,
I too
moon.
slow? I didn't
Oh,
take that long.
Recognize you.
All right, you stupid guards. Put on some smiles and get in a nice pose.
Yes, call them
General
stupid
Sal
to their
wants some
faces.
happy
That's certainly
photos.
going to
Get
end
it?
well for you. Perfect.
That's a good picture, Sly. What
Has
more should be
accessibility
enough to
options, so either
impress
way
the
it should be
General?
extremely easy. Oh, okay. That's kind of nice. Is that the only one that's ever had accessibility? Because I don't feel like I ever remember that being a thing in the other ones. Indiana Jones, Staff of Kings. No, I haven't done that one. I know it's supposed to be quick, though. It's like a 2 or 3 hour platinum or something. So I could probably do that one at some point in the future. I got a lot of classic games to play, you know? There's a lot of them out there to play that actually look fun.
Hey, what's the wedding password?
Transmitting password.
Square, circle, square, 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 circle, square, square.
Sun, moon, sun, sun.
Yes, sir. My mistake.
Okay, you two, look happy. The general would like a nice couple shot.
Oh, he's gonna
A
block
nice
it.
shot of the couple, and that obnoxious third guy is messing up the composition. Get rid of him.
Got it.
Really, Sly, that's some
Easy
lovely
enough.
photography. Show
Could
those
take a
shots
screenshot
to
of
the
something
general.
funny, but when you hit
I'm
the
sure
share
he'll
button,
be
it takes you
impressed.
to the game options. Oh, okay. Gotta get back to backlog after Doom. Yeah, I still got plenty of backlog stuff. And there's Carmelita right there. Apparently she couldn't see me 3 feet in front of her. Finishing Staff of Kings after Great Circle.
Hey,
So
Sly,
I'll put you at
get a few
110
pictures of
flats.
the general
Nice.
While you're in there. It's always a good idea to study your enemy.
Yeah, I still need to do Staff of Kings. Still have a
Ah,
Jack
the
and Daxter game to do.
Will I ever know
I think there's a
moment
Ratchet
of
and Clank
privacy?
game in there, or
Make sure
multiple
you get
Ratchet
my
and
good
Clank
side.
games I gotta do at
It
some
must be
point.
quite amusing to observe the effects of power.
Wasn't good enough? There we go.
Why is it that I'm always the center of attention? Oh, nice shot! Here, check out this pose. Impressive!
That'll do it, Sly. I'd talk to the General now while you've got him buttered up.
Sounds good.
Greetings, General Sao. As you have no doubt guessed, I'm the
So you putting off
world-class
South Park for
photographer,
Doom,
hoping to play a
putting off Resident
humble
Evil
role in
Revelations
your
2.
upcoming magnificent
Oh god,
role.
the Resident Evil games I wouldn't
Let
want
me
to
see an
play.
example of your work. I have a keen eye, a great sense of artistic value. I can tell at a glance if you're world class.
But of course, Your Excellency.
You have a strong sense of, compositional regularity and, force perspectivism. These are adequate. You may have the honor of photographing my wedding.
1,000 thank yous, my lord. I'm sure it will be a wedding
Excellent.
none of us will ever forget.
Alright, that was easy enough. 44% completion so far in this game. Be cool if I could get this platinum done by the end of the week and, you know, have another backlog thing cleaned up. Alright, so I guess it's time to play as Sly here for a second, because he's got a job to do. And let's pickpocket some coins. I don't even have silent obliteration yet, because it's all so expensive. Alright, where is this one? Up here. And then once we get to the next area, we can knock out that miscellaneous trophy from the first area as well, which will be kind of nice. And once we get to there, we can start doing all the treasure hunting and knock out a bunch of stuff. Wait. Oh, it's up there? Oh, okay. Does he have anything shiny? Of course he does not. I need someone that has something shiny so I can actually make a little bit of money. Money's a little hard to come by in this game until you get to the pirate level.
Okay, General Sal's center of business is protected with a special double padlock. If we can get inside and past all the security, we should have access to the purchase records for the wedding.
So
Sounds
let's get
good.
to pickpocketing those keys.
I'm afraid it's not that simple. The keys are designed with a self-destruct feature, and the guards carrying them are in constant radio contact.
I get it. If we steal a key from the first guard, he'll report it in. Then the second guard will destroy his copy before we have time to pull it.
That's right. We need to steal the keys almost simultaneously. Since you're better at this than me, I should probably go first.
All right, I'll take a
Sounds
position
good.
behind the target. Call me when you've made the pull, and I'll pounce.
I love how this is a Sly mission, but we're going to be playing heavily as Bentley in it instead. And the previous mission was was a Bentley mission, but we were heavily playing as Sly in it. And we gotta get past him. That'll work.
I'm in position for the
It's like a
pull.
defending even
The
on
second
easy.
You get your key,
No
I'll
way
go
you
for
were
this
gonna
one.
win the fight with the elves. Let us save the elves guarding.
for
Kevin's
key number
iPad were
one.
gone. Butters didn't go down, so you should be okay. Yeah, I don't know what happened with that then. That's weird. I hope it wasn't a bug or something, but that's kind of what it sounds like. But you also can't block all damage by guarding in that game. It's not like some games out there where you can. You can only block some of your damage. Oops, that's not what I intended to do. I wanted to plant a bomb in his back pocket. And that was not how I do it either. Okay, then, you know what? There we go. There is a trophy for that. We gotta do it 5 times, so might as well make any progress I can toward it. Even though that nearly blew my cover. Alright, let's take this. Coins. And a key.
got the first key. Go for the second before the guards call in.
You've got 10 seconds, Sly. 9, 8. Never mind.
Excellent. The key's intact. Let's meet in front of the general statue
that was easy enough.
for the handoff.
Yeah, that was easy enough. Oh, that took me back way too far.
Excellent. The key's intact. Let's
Basically,
meet
no
in front of the general
upgrades.
statue for the handoff.
Usually do it too late or too early. Don't know about Xbox and check for the Xbox version. Oh, okay. Alrighty, so how is the best way to get over there? I guess we can wait for one of the boats to come by. That'll work. Oh, no, it won't. That is a bit dangerous. Well, we'll take a nice relaxing boat ride for a few moments. Actually got the Avatar The Last Airbender game a week ago. Number of Plat Achievers. Is it a high number of Platinum Achievers or a low number? Because, I mean, it's made by the guys that made a lot of other really, really bad games. Like the Game Mills guys or something. So they made that god-awful Walking Dead game. And they made... What else did they make? They made that awful Walking Dead game. They made the awful King Kong game. And I feel like they made at least, like, one other really bad one. So yeah, they are not one of the better developers out there. If you care about decent quality games and trophies. Oh, that weird mask attack, right. Okay, you go on down there? Nope. There we go. Oh, that didn't go particularly well, but that's okay. 50 out of 300. I'm a little surprised there's not more people that played it than that, because Avatar is such a popular name and franchise. I almost would have thought there would have been more people getting, or at least buying the game, or renting it. I think you picked Nightmares, so no upgrade should be a breeze. Gollum, yeah. Oh, they made Gollum as well. Okay, so that's it.
Sure you won't need my help on the inside?
I'm afraid this is a problem only
That makes
technology
sense.
can
That
solve.
makes a lot of sense, actually.
Right.
If they
Well,
would make that one.
have fun with your, technology.
Don't wait up. This could go all night.
You're one of 9 videos down. Got all the missables so far. Haven't gotten to the school yet. Oh, okay, that's good. Yeah, remember there's quite a few things that can be missed in the school. But after you get through the school, the true enemy is revealed. Except it seems like the true enemy, but will it be the final true enemy? You will find out. That's all I'm going to say about it. Alright, who wants grenade? Gotta do that a few more times for trophies, so... And there's our lock. Game Mill didn't make Gollum? Oh, okay. Well, I could see him having made it. I could have definitely seen him making it. His experience the other 2 seasons, the only exposure you had to the series prior was the 2010 film.
Can lure a guard onto that pressure plate. Otherwise, you're never
Oh,
getting
so
into
you had
that upper level.
you've never seen seasons 2 or 3 of the original show? Oh man, dude, you need to get on that. You need to be watching that. Grapple can. We'll go with R1. Oh, L2 then. Yeah, man, you need to be watching that. It is legitimately one of the greatest shows of all time. And there's a guard about to come by. Wonderful. Oh, it's just toss it. I thought I had to aim. Okay, so I gotta remember how to use this thing. remember how to use it. So now we've got to lure guards onto red plates. There's one up there. Is there one back here? No, I don't see one. This thing's a bit awkward to control, but we can get through that.
Over here!
Over here! Get over here! I don't see anything! Yeah, man, I can't believe you've never seen the show. It's one of the greatest of all time. You definitely need to watch all of it. Definitely need to watch the whole series.
Hey, Fatty!
Cora,
Nice.
I wouldn't
Now,
blame you if you
sweet
skip.
So we'll stay on the plate.
And that worked, somehow.
All right. That
See how
opens
some
the
people
door
got the
to the
ginger
upper
bites? They
office.
keep switching
Lure that
buddies.
top
They seem to
guard
bite
up
more
the
often if you
second pressure
switch.
plate.
Oh,
Make sure to
okay.
turn
I didn't
off
know
the
that.
door lasers.
Okay, so next up, there's a guard down there. I think that's the one we have to win over here. Okay, that was a little bit close.
Come over to this position!
Come here, ugly.
Follow the sound of my voice!
At least it's too fast for him to get caught by it.
You ugly!
Sleep him now while he's on the plate.
And he's gonna possibly kill the grapple cam here if I'm not quick.
Excellent.
And we're good.
The way's all clear. Good thing you've got that afterburner. With nothing to climb
Not
on.
gonna lie, I got
jump
kind of bored of
off
playing games,
It'll
haven't
be your
touched the
only
PS5 in a
means to the
month.
computer in the upper
On
office.
Sandrez, you signed up to get a review suite, you did. Not sure if he checked yours. Yeah, I don't think he's checked yours yet. I think I might have put my name in the comments at one point to be checked, but haven't been reviewed or anything like that, so that's fine, because I mean, it's like, my list nowadays obviously has a lot more shovelware on it than it once did, but I've also cut back so heavily on it, maybe it wouldn't be that bad. And how do I get up there, game? What did you tell me to do? I wasn't paying any attention. Now I'm confused, because I maybe should have paid attention. Up here? Oh, yep, that's probably what we have to do. Okay. Perfect. I don't know if that's actually how I was supposed to do it or not, but it worked. And these statues give me lots of money, which is good, because we need... I don't know if we're going to need to buy more items in the near future before we can progress at times, so... Definitely want to get any money I can at this point, because we kind of need it now. Alrighty, lots of money.
Don't
Let's
be
do a hack.
scared, little computer. This won't hurt.
There's a
bit.
lot of... If you roast your collection, yeah.
A wedding
Because there's a
data
lot of shovelware
must
and he
be
doesn't,
behind
and you
these
don't do DLC.
firewalls.
Oh yeah, that's true. You don't do DLC. I at least do DLC, so I at least have that going for me. Got solid games done. That is true. You've got some good ones. Won't lie, the bad definitely gonna outweigh the good for him. Oh, gotcha. Only platinum YouTubers you've seen him review were Nick and Bushido. Yeah, I think those might be the only ones, because I don't think he's done, like, Platinum Pace, or... well, Snam isn't even on PlayStation, he's on Xbox. 3 Point, I don't think he's done 3 Point. Obviously hasn't done mine. Ah, that hurt. I feel like I wouldn't be, like, good at reviewing trophy lists, though, because it's like... Anything I say that roasts a trophy list can probably be just turned back on me easily. Just because I've done so much shovelware in the old days. Even if I don't do that much of it anymore. outside of the yearly dumpster dive and then the occasions where I actually managed to get a free game by some miracle. Because I don't turn down free stuff. We know this by now. I don't turn down free stuff. That would be very dumb to turn down anything for free in this economy. Which actually, speaking of that, funny story with that. Platinum Bro, Adam McDermott. I'm sure he'll be glad to see the Wolfenstein 2 twice, though. First Ginger can bite. That's where they get the trophy at. Oh, okay. He stopped doing YouTubers because he had like 30 members. Oh, okay. Don't have much shovelware, even though that game is like an 8 out of 10 to a lot of people now. Well, I mean, it's still pretty impressive overall to do. Oh, we're already done? Wow, okay, that level went by pretty quickly, once I sort of figured out what to do. You checking out subscriber trophy collections, that could be something. Yeah, maybe someday. At the same time, again, it's like, what exactly can I criticize anyone over because I've done so many crappy games over the years? But I have done a lot of good ones, and I complete series, and I complete DLCs, and I have a, what, a 99.7% completion rate or something like that at this point. And there's Carmelita. We're not too interested in that. Let's just get on back to the safe house and switch back to Murray. That might be the job where we can get a miscellaneous trophy. It might be that one, or it might be a later one with, like, Panda King or something. You've also done World at War, and I mean, that's a solid one. Tearful Reunion, that is our... No, I don't think that's the one where we have a trophy related to it. A Protecting Murray trophy. I don't think it is. If it is, I can double check here in a second. I'd like to be reviewed someday, but kind of nervous about it. Oh, gotcha. Hey, Invisible. Everyone else playing Doom. Don't overgeneralize, disown Doom altogether. Well, most of the people that I tend to see on here seem to be playing it a lot right now, so... This is why I sort of put it in there. Watched a lot of Trophy List streams as background noise, so pretty good idea on his ratings, gotcha. At least encourage people that haven't done many high-quality games. I guess that's true, yeah. That is true. Okay, so let's see if this is the mission I'm... Let's pause the game before I actually click on anything. Oh, nope, not that one. Sly 3. Okay. Tearful Reunion. Yep, this is it. So Penelope and Panda King have to defend him from taking any damage. Sounds good.
The mysterious signal I picked up
8 out of 10 now because of the amount of guides on Wolf 2 that seem to grow in popularity. That's true. Officially uploaded your first 2 long plays to R and happy about it. Very nice. Have to find something harder than Wolf 2 that you can do one day. Not doing Ninja Gaiden 2. So your dog water completion percent, you like your list. Yeah, you've done so many hard games.
Highly probable given ocean currents.
I gotta go get
I'm going to turn your video into a battle zone, make a video discussing the most attractive women in gaming. Oh yeah, I'm sure that would piss off plenty of people.
Freezing. You wouldn't last a minute.
But my baby.
Hold your position.
Oh yeah, this is the mission where we get the van back.
My RC chopper.
Bless you, Penelope. Bless you and your bag of remote control gizmos.
But yeah, speaking of the free stuff that I was talking about earlier, we had a dinner to go to yesterday, which was interesting. It was another,
Use that thrust thingy to pull the van over to
yeah, it was another work-related one, which was pretty awesome. Got a pretty good quality free meal, so that's always fun. Some sort of fancy chicken dish that tasted pretty good. And it was free, so certainly not going to complain. I think we'll be okay from missiles at this point. We only got hit once. Alright, we got the iceberg back. Whereas Ninja Gaiden 2 Black, yours is a little bit better from 43 up to 44, almost 45. That's good.
Missed you. Don't worry.
Beyond that, so far I'd say it's way easier than Sigma.
Careful, Murray. The locals seem to be on to you.
Okay, I didn't take damage from that somehow. I'm assuming that taking any damage anywhere probably could void the trophy, so I'm not going to take any risks with that. Alright, take him out. Take him out. Alright, we're good.
It's no use, Murray. This area is too dangerous. We have to recover the van later.
But I can't lose her again.
Forget the van. You'll never make it.
But
Oh,
no,
sure he will.
no. Either help me or get out of my way. I'm bringing her home.
Oh, Murray. As you
Okay,
wish.
Murray. I've got a little fuel left. Keep pulling as hard as you can. I'll try to clear the way.
Well, at least we have the rewind feature. Why can't we just use bombs? Like, bombs are more fun. They make this go a lot more easily. Just let us use bombs instead of this grapple cable mechanic. Alrighty. And he took damage. Crap. I gotta focus here before I read comments. I do not want to mess this up, because this level has multiple of these basically no damage type trophies. Alright, got him. I am surprised I got him. Surprised I got him. And got him. Is that all? Nope, of course not. Oh, okay, come on now. You didn't give me a whole lot of time to react on him. Gotta give me a little more of a chance to react here. Thank you. Gotta know where they're coming from. And is that it for this portion? When we get to start shooting the fireworks? That's the more fun part of it, shooting the fireworks. Well, you're not going to get an accepted close friend request because, as I've posted a million times, I don't accept close friend requests, but okay.
But I'm out of fuel and I can't do anything about those spikes in your way.
Making a list of the most attractive women in gaming from a personal point of view, chances are high to turn off commenting completely. 34.95.
She's right.
Go close to
Murray.
20
It's
playthroughs on the
hopeless.
game, so not really in a rush to go
Get
for
out of
more.
there.
Gotcha.
Save yourself.
Like a DMC5
I will
double
not.
stack is 2
I
playthroughs
will never
away,
leave her
but
behind
played it
again.
so much you're not really rushing.
Words
Just got
do
home,
tear
going
at
back on The
father's
Last of Us
heart.
2, started New Game Plus
Would that
Grounded
I
mode.
had
Ooh,
such
good luck.
passion when they came from
They're
my
calling
little
Wolfenstein 2 an 8 out of 10
Gene
due to the fact that there's guides out there to
Fear
make it
not,
easier.
slave.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Like, that's not necessarily... Like, you still have to have some pretty high level of skill for it. Back in the PS2 days, I'd be extra paranoid for this mission to perfect it. No rewind. Oh, for sure. Knowledgeable on hard games. I was able to find a glitch so you can enable cheats during this playthrough. That's good, then. That's actually very useful. If the strats are good enough, it can lower it, though. That's why you don't call DMC5 a 9 out of 10. Getting close friend requests, yeah. The hell is a close friend request? It's when you add someone as a close friend and you share your actual, like, names with one another. It's kind of a weird feature. Like, there's a few people I would be willing to share that with. People that I've, like, known for years and are close friends with, like, through YouTube and gaming and stuff. Water. But at the same time, it's just kind of weird if it's someone you don't know, especially when you tell people multiple times and then end up deleting the friend request, the close friend request, more than once. Anyway. Yep, he's still talking to the girl, TJ.
Oh, I will destroy the spikes blocking your path.
Be
Yeah,
careful
thankfully
with
we
those
have
fire
rewind,
rings,
so...
Kate. A careless shot could hurt Murray.
Yes, it probably could. At least he's tougher in this game than he was in Sly 1. Or even though he's supposed to be the muscle of the group, he's
You vile
quite
dogs
weak.
will not hurt that man. The Panda King forbids it.
The Panda King forbiddeth it. That's what I was worried about. So if they get sort of behind him like that, that's when we have a little bit more of a problem. You can put permadeath to per chapter. Oh, for sure. Yeah, thank God they can do that. Even with close friends, use your PSN name, not the real name. Fair enough. Don't have that stuff on Xbox and just disable your name and stuff. That's kind of nice then. Not too sure if she's interested. Well, you're going to find out after you get to go out for coffee and all. Hang out, talk for a little while. Casual setting. Hopefully figure things out. For a second I thought there was one behind him, but we're good. So imagine, I'm sure this is a thing on RA, so if I ever wanted to go for these games yet another time on Retro Achievements, probably have to do it here. We'll probably have to do something like this again. I'm sure that this is something. About knocking them off the ledge is really about your best way to do this safely. Yeah, I still need to start looking at RA, though, and start, like, looking at how to get the emulators and everything downloaded and readied up. Super excited for that, though. Can't freaking wait to start playing some classics. There's a lot, though, that still don't have achievement lists tied to them yet, or created. Because I know they have to, like, actually create and, like, even program their achievement lists themselves. So, obviously, it takes time and effort to get them, of course.
The King reigns again.
Ah, I got unlucky there.
Rush to your doom.
So, like, a few of the old games I grew up on still don't have stuff. Like, Rocket Power Beach Bandits doesn't have one yet, even though that was, like, the very first game I ever really played or owned.
To your doom. The Panda King reigns again.
I think both the old Fairly Odd Parents games have them at this point. Which, breaking down rules is so simple, it really couldn't have a whole lot to it anyway. Oh, come on now. The original LEGO Star Wars actually has 2 lists, and they're both easy, by the way. They're both very easy because that's such a simple game. By, like, LEGO standards. Though, I don't really know if maybe they found a better way to grind studs in it than what I always did when I was younger. It took absolutely forever. Oh, come on now, Murray. You can take a punch better than that. It's just try not to accidentally hit Murray in the process. Oh, come on. Come on, Murray. You gotta move just a little bit faster. You gotta do a little bit better about dodging. Oh, wait. One came in behind me. Okay, so that's what was happening there. Okay, then. Never mind. All videos uploading to will be VODs. Gotcha. Just a little shy or not interested. You'll find out soon. Wasn't the biggest fan of FPS. Doom Dark Ages has been fun so far. That's good to hear. Will be a part of the statistic of 50% of guys who've never approached a woman. Yeah, the sad thing, like, the thing is that stat actually really doesn't surprise me all that much. Because if you look at it, that's like, you know, in a lot of ways, that's the COVID generation to some degree. Where you really couldn't go and approach people in person because of all the bullshit, so... I mean, I at least would approach people sometimes in college. I had some luck with it. Even though every 3 out of the 4 girlfriends I've had were all from dating apps. Only one of them was someone that I had connection to in real life initially. Am I damaging the van? Is that what's happening there? It is! Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. That actually makes a lot more sense as to why I keep failing this. It's really easy for you to set up, but you don't know emulators would look it up. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look it up. Remember the Fairly Odd Parents games? Those are classic. They've got the old SpongeBob games. Yeah, they've got all the old, like, SpongeBob games, so they've got... Actually, they don't have all of them. They don't have Operation Krabby Patty, I don't think, which is, like, the very first one. I don't know if that's Super Sponge. They have Creature from the Krusty Krab. Okay, this is kind of weird. Like, I can't seem to clear the enemies quickly enough here. Man, this is all way harder than I remember it being on the PS5. Oh, well, that one was me. Oh, come on. This is a lot harder than I remember it being previously. Like, how am I supposed to do that? Because this thing doesn't really kill them that quickly. And then they just, like, come in right behind him. And you can shoot pretty close to him without it hitting, so maybe that's the key? Oh, that one was me, because I shot on him, but... Alright, I think we blocked one off behind him, so that's good. Okay, we did better that time. We did a lot better that time. Alright, I think we got it now. So we managed to block a few of them off, so I think we're okay now. Now, if I decide to do this game again on RA, I'm sure that there's one for this particular level, similar to this. I'm sure there's ones for General Tsao as well, which are already enough of a nightmare. Oh, and I also started working on the Astro's Playroom video. Like, just got started on it, so that's a ways away from that. But that one, I don't think that one's going to take that long to make or edit because it's not really that long of a game or anything. Again, the Retro Achievements can make your own list. I know I can make my own list, it's just, I would have to be able to program it, because I think that's how it works. They have to, like, be able to program it in. I could come up with my own trophy list for games. I actually, at one point, thought of doing that as a new YouTube series, but then I found out about Retro Achievements, and there was really no purpose of doing so, because they already have lists for a lot of games. Freedom Fighters, that's another one that surprisingly I don't think has a trophy list yet. Which, they could actually make that one really, really difficult if they wanted to, because that's already kind of a hard game to beat on the higher difficulties. Doesn't allow you to zoom in? Oh, for sure. Why would it make things easier? Unless a few girls approach you. That's good then. 1% chance. I bet it's a little bit higher than that. The desire to stay to date. You have approached a woman. I do want to, for sure.
General Tsao! He's got my computer!
Uh-oh! General Tsao stole your laptop!
How'd he find us?
That's not good.
We're doomed!
Bentley, calm down. I need you sharp. Listen up, team. This Tsao
Focused on...
character is more
Yeah.
clever than
Well, I
any
got
other
through it, but
Scout.
I will definitely have
As
to
of this
focus here
moment,
again in
we
a
have
second, because
one
we've got another
goal.
really annoying
Steal
mission
back
coming
the
up.
DeepNet computer.
Yeah,
The
you'll
time
find
for
out
subtlety
soon.
is over. Bentley, break into the palace.
Yeah, there's
and
so many
ransack
great
this
games that I
personal
would
computer.
love to see
You might
get
have
achievement
linked it
lists
to our
added
channel.
on.
If so,
And then, like,
that's where we'll
Luigi's
start.
Mansion
The rest of the team will
and
stand
Super
ready.
Mario
No
Sunshine, a
telling
couple
where
of
this might take
classics.
us.
Because I've seen Bushido do the one for Luigi's Mansion, and I think I watched someone do the one for Sunshine? Oh, I think Sunshine... Doesn't it have, like knockoff lists as well, if that makes any sense? Like, it's... Oh, I didn't mean to select Murray. So it's like typical list for the regular game and then like subsets of it, like a... possibly a hover list? Okay, that was weird. He wouldn't go back in the building. Jumping pods are extra heavy duty. They can take a hippo and a panda and remain intact. Oh, that's true. They approach more when you start looking better. I definitely need to lose some weight. Girls who liked you were a bit shy, so surprised they approached you. Well, it's good that they did. Not Bentley's computer. He hasn't deleted his browser history. Uh-oh. I'm not sure I want to know what kind of special fun time a turtle thinks about. I'm not sure I really want to know that. That'd probably be a good way to scar yourself for life if you end up finding out that. Though back home, in our pond back home, I remember telling you guys, like, a year or two ago, we had this gigantic turtle in it. We just called him Bubbles. He was gigantic. He looked like a freaking dinosaur. And he looked like he was old enough to be an actual dinosaur. He was quite friendly, though. He was a curious little thing, or giant thing. And then he disappeared for a while, and now we have Son of Bubbles, or Bubbles Jr., that lives in the pond. Looks similar to him, but with a really weird-looking face.
Sneaky. Let's just get the job done.
No need to be sneaky. Yeah, he's got a funny-looking face, and he's a little bit smaller, but he's a very friendly turtle. And he likes fish food, we found out. He actually really likes fish food. Yeah, I'm not sure I want to know what kind of things a turtle might be looking up on the not safe for work category. I'm slightly concerned with thinking about that. So thank you guys for putting that one in. Thank you, Cassie, for putting that thought into my head. Actually, it's just my dirty mind being dirty. Oh god, that reminds me. One of my co-workers, she's hilarious, but she also, like... she loves, like, dark humor type jokes and stuff. And it's hilarious, but at the same time, it's, like, definitely the kind of thing you don't want to say around people that you don't know. Some very inappropriately, yet hilarious things. And I'm not going to say them on here, because they will probably get me in trouble with YouTube.
This should be easy. Standard
More
OS
comfortable approaching
security,
girls, they're somewhat
no
shy.
problem.
They're called subsets. Lists, they're typically harder lists. They didn't include, so people can still get a completion. Oh, okay. One was super extroverted, and one was super into horoscopes. Oh, that's kind of funny. So once you get a stable job and life together, consider dating. That's fair enough. Last time you checked your browser history was filled with research material for college, old games research for projects, and all that kind of stuff. Why is the topic always a joke? Because the internet has turned it into a joke over the years. And because it's easy to make jokes of, I guess, is part of it. Because there's a bit of a low-hanging fruit with that. Alright, we got a weird-looking boss thing.
He's got a defense avatar. This could get
Yes,
ugly.
he does. We can kill him. Just give me a few moments here to deal with all that health and all those shields. I assume we can kill him.
Annihilate
Take out all the shields first.
Kill enemy.
Hey.
Delete the user.
Jeez. Alright, we got him. That's some repetitive music. Repetitive little 8-bit type music. Alright, that's done.
Aha! I think I found something. Hill's diary.
You don't really do that much. Battlefront 2 plat recently, definitely very grindy, but story was okay. Not. Oh yeah, they're never gonna be as good as like the OG ones from PS2, but Battlefront 2 has grown on me a little bit. The new Battlefront 2, like when I did it, I actually had fun with most of it. Outside of like one annoying multiplayer trophy, it was pretty fun. You're welcome. Yeah. Oh god. What does a turtle look for on Turtle Hub? I don't know, and I'm not sure I want to know. Check your browser history. Some people have browsing histories that aren't degenerate. Oh yeah, I mean, obviously a lot of them do, but it's just fun to make jokes of. have your dark humor. I do too, at times. For example, Kingdom Hearts 2 has a subset to do all bosses at level 1 on hardest difficulty. Oh, yeah, that's all you gotta do? Just do it on hardest difficulty level 1? No damage speed run along the way? Only using the basic weapon? Come on now. Unless it's got all that extra stuff in it where you have to only use the starting weapon and not take a single hit of damage and do it in under, like, world record speed run time, then it ain't worth talking about. I'm joking, of course. So you don't want to approach or the type to complain about guys or the hardcore feminists. Yeah, it's like you try to talk to... Sometimes you can try to talk to one and then they just, like, decide to post on social media that they were approached by... that someone was being creepy, and then the next day they'll be like, why doesn't anyone like me? Why won't any guys approach me? Okay, so this is the really weird mission where you have to platform over a bunch of trippy physics stuff. I guess that's the best way to put it. Okay. Yeah, there are some that do that, unfortunately, so... I mean, maybe... I don't think it's quite as widespread as we might make it out to be, because I think some of it's just, like, people posting stuff on X and everything. I don't think it's quite as common as we probably joke that it is. About them doing that. Just, it does... You just end up seeing it and it gets a little discouraging. Yeah, this is a very odd mission, for sure, but we're getting close to the end of it. A couple more trees, a couple more enemies. I think that's our ledge right there. One more? Yep. And we're good. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Aside from me being stupid.
No problem. Take a rest if you need it.
Just thing to say you're in
I'll
between
push on
with
ahead and look
girls.
for Sal.
Yeah, I feel like that's the way you about have to be to actually meet them for the first time, or at least talk to them. Okay, now for the most bizarre fight in the game. And this is the one that's got a trophy tied to it. Oh boy. Defeat Sal without taking damage. I am not looking forward to this. The first part isn't that bad. The second part
the famous
is another story entirely. The good thing is at least the challenge for this, I think, is a damage one, so it's not a like a speed run or no damage type thing. It's just a get through it with like half health or something, which is a lot more doable. Or it might actually be a time challenge, which really wouldn't be that bad either. But we have to do it without taking damage, and I'm sure that that's a trophy achievement on Retro Achievements version of this game. And again, the first part of it isn't that bad. It's really just that second part of it that's the main problem.
Bentley,
I don't know about that for Hinge, at least not down here.
I've heard of these types of battlegrounds
Like,
before.
I have conservative in my profile, and it doesn't stop me from... I mean, it probably stops me from getting some matches, but I still have had better luck with that app than all the other ones, so...
across the arena with one jump. Plus, you can
And I've matched with quite a few people over the years on it, so I don't think it's entirely... But also, I'm in South Carolina, so... And you're in New York, so that's kind of a very different setting.
Switch directions in the air with your double jump.
That's a hit. Alright, we've got to hit him 6 times in this area. Yeah, this part of the fight isn't that bad. It's really just that second part. Well, almost. Ow. Rude. Rude? I love how I say this isn't all that hard, and then I start to struggle with it. That's a hit. That's 3 down, 3 to go. Yeah, first part isn't that bad. It's just that second part is awful. That's 4. Alright, Sly. Hold still here. And turn back. Hit. 1 more. Oh, that was a very bad luck right there. Okay. Oh no, I missed. Alright, first phase isn't that bad. Second phase that I'm worried about. Don't think it's timed. Okay. Yeah, because I'm in South Carolina. New York is very different for sure.
Take it like a man.
Definitely putting conservative in your bio. Oh, okay then. Yours is moderate. Oh, I don't blame you on that one, like, because that at least will hopefully let you match with
I'm
people.
impressed you lasted this long.
Stop this,
Someone who's
Sal.
gonna
We're
badmouth
just
reviews.
cheating
Oh,
in this
same
fight
thing
to
for
end.
me, like,
No.
but I'll still go on a
King
date
Mom.
with
Once our
about
bloodlines
anyone,
cross, it shall
honestly,
be glorious.
because
The Panda King in his day was magnificent.
I mean,
With
I
the
enjoy meeting
Italian, a
people.
new
I
generation
like
of
getting to go
people
on
be
dates, sometimes even if it
But
doesn't
she
lead to
doesn't wanna
anything.
marry you.
She's a woman. She doesn't know up from down.
Philosophy of
Once
everything
I
is a joke,
convinced
so he ended
her
up
father to
inventing
take up
TikTok because the
meditation,
application is
she
a
was
joke.
ripe for the picking.
All dating apps are a
I've
joke.
faced
The
a
entire
lot of
society is a
bad men in my
joke.
time, but you,
Don't
sir,
consider yourself conservative,
are the
but do believe in a
worst.
lot of the values. I think that's how a lot of people are. We believe in some of the values and some values that are not, so...
But now you'll sample the
I have certain
ancient
beliefs that are
black
more
art of the
left-leaning
family
and certain
fowl.
ones that are definitely more right-leaning. Okay, now for this god-awful travesty of a trophy. If I don't read chat, I am focusing. Because stuff like that happens a lot. Oh, great. Here come the fists coming out of the ground. I think you can dodge these if you jump into the bamboo, but then he'll just launch the other thing. Okay, okay, this is good, this is good. Wouldn't be that bad if he didn't also launch the other attacks at you after you jump into the tree. That's the main problem with it, is that he has other attacks too. Oh, I actually almost got a jump attack in on him. Alright, that's a good hit, that's a good hit. Keep going. Okay, we're good. Okay, that was actually a good hit. Okay, okay. This could be going worse than it is. It's that stupid attack that I'm so worried about, though. That's the main issue with this fight, is when he starts launching those ghost head things. Because you can't dodge them by jumping into the trees, because they'll just send them after you, so... That's the main threat with this fight, is those ghosty things. Oh, come on now. And then he launches a ghost at me, yep. Oh, we're okay, somehow. Yeah, this is... Like I said, this is one of the most annoying fights in the game in terms of trophies. It's not overly hard to do if you're allowed to take damage. Because if you're allowed to take damage, you're allowed to take damage, and just touching something isn't the end of your trophy. So, in those cases, it's really not that bad. Just beating it normally. Which is the thing about like the Vita and PS3 version, you didn't have rewind, but you also didn't have a trophy or challenge for beating this without taking damage, like you do in this version. Oh. Okay, honestly, that actually went a whole lot better than I expected it to. That really didn't take that long, actually, so I'm not going to complain about that. Okay.
Take your foolish computer. It won't help you.
Yeah, it could lead to
King
arguments
is
between
mine.
both, that's for
Jin
sure.
King is a person, not property. And sorry, pal, but we're ending this right now.
I mean, I have family members on both sides, and honestly, we all are mature enough that we can get along with one another, so that's a good thing. You know, we don't agree on everything, we just don't talk about it sometimes, and just, like, be mature about it, and we can still be a family.
All the plants stored inside are now compromised. The wedding is still on. Jin King remains Sao's prisoner. Yes, we are going to free her, but that's not enough. No, for this heist, we really need to put the screws to this guy. He's earned it. So, we're cleaning out his treasury as well. A feat impossible without Murray's van. Unfortunately, all that time in the ice has ruined its polycellular battery. I'll need Sly's help to acquire a new one, which won't be easy, as the general's gone all out with
As long as they're not like Mark Hamill, you're fine. Oh, it's so funny because it's like, I know I make fun of him a lot, but he makes it too easy. Because he is starring in an upcoming, like, young adult dystopian movie. It's called, like, The Long Walk. It's based off a Stephen King novel. That's another one that you don't want to be like on Twitter. Stephen King. But it's based off of one of his, like, stories from back in the day. It's a dystopian fiction type novel. And, he's casted as the villain in it. So, it couldn't be more perfect. Remember, he's the villain in stuff like that. He's the villain in Avatar The Last Airbender. He's Ozai, which I literally didn't know until a few years ago. And it's so fitting at this point. Yeah, I didn't know that back in the day, but it is so fitting now that I know it. Okay, so now for this trophy, if we can get it. This one is a pain in the ass, unless there's another way to do it that I don't know about. There's probably, like, a better way to do this that I don't know about. Okay, it's like you can't get enough height here. This could be... I'm almost positive there's gotta be a better way to do this that I don't know about. There's no way that this is the intended way of doing this, right? Wait. What does that do for me? Anything? Gets me back up to... Oh, hang on. Maybe that's a strat here. Hang on just a second. I have family members like that too, but definitely not your cousin. If you knew you were like that, she would hate your guts. Oh, my family, like, we all know what we're like, what we all think, but we just don't talk about it, honestly. Or Whoopi Goldberg or Tom Hanks. I mean, Forrest Gump, I still like that movie, and I remember Castaway back in the day, but... he did well in the one of the Maersk, Alabama being taken. Captain Phillips, I think was the name of it, yeah. There aren't a lot of celebrities that I still like, we'll just say that. There are not very many that I still want to hear about. And most of them that I do want to hear from are younger and less well-known. I heard of the latest Turbo updates. All games cost $10 extra. Switch 2 costs $100 extra. Their policy now, as long as you buy anything from them, you're not allowed to sue them. Yeah, that sucks though. They're upping the prices of stuff, and it's like, unfortunately, people are probably going to be suckers enough to buy it. And that's the big problem, is that people are going to buy it. Like, if people would just sit down and say, no, we're not going to buy it at this price, it would change things. But that's simply not how it's going to happen. That's the main issue, is that it's just not going to happen that way. Also in the Green Mile, oh, okay. Toy Story. Alright, come on. Okay. Like I said, there's gotta be a better way to do this that I'm just not knowledgeable on. Because I feel like this is really finicky for what it is. This is such a finicky little thing to do. I wonder if I can bounce from over here to a higher ledge. Maybe try from here. And that's part of the problem, is it's all like sloped ledges, so it doesn't help. Okay, so yeah, that's a good bounce. Then you get a bounce there. Oh, wait. Got it! I think there's one more ledge we gotta go up. Oh, no we don't. Okay, that is still a really kind of annoying trophy, but thankfully it's done. I have no idea why they would put that in the game, though, because it's so random.
Hey, Murray, check it out. That strong
Favorite still Sylvester Stallone. Solid pick there. Stallone, Clint Eastwood, Kevin Sorbo, Neil McDonough.
Crack the lid, and I'll be right down to reroute the wires. With some luck, we'll be able to listen in on Sal's conversation.
Sure, Penelope. Easy for a muscle man like myself. Just
I mean, I don't
keep clear
really
and
care
let
that
old
much about the
Murph
lives of
please
most
work.
actors. Harrison Ford. I love Harrison Ford. Ooh, that's not good.
That's bad gas.
This is all my fault. Hang in there, Murray. I'm coming.
Quickly, take the phone.
Oh, I remember this one now. I remember this one. Slide 3 demands you play the entire chapter perfectly, really? Oof. Pedro Pascal, okay, yep, that's a fair choice.
He's as good
He
as
plays
dead.
the dad-type role now in multiple things.
Use your RC car. It should be fast enough to beat the lit fuse up the mountain. It's the only tool we've got to save Murph.
Johnny Depp. I'm not the biggest fan of Johnny Depp, but certainly he's a great actor. I'm not going to deny that.
Use your turret to blast through these crumbling rocks. You've got to drive fast to save Murray.
Okay, so this mission, we have an overheat. That's what I was worried about. Have to not overheat here. We're good, we're good, we're good. Focus. Focus. That's okay, we can take damage in this, that's fine. All of our no damage trophies are done for a while. Possibly until the final area, actually, because, like, I know we have to beat the Ancestor's Gauntlet without damage, but that's really not that hard, because you can do it without a time limit, so... That's really not that bad to do if you don't have a time limit. Welp. Ghosty things. How do they keep conjuring these things up? Like, there's no explanation for that. Also, I think we're beating the fuse here, like, quite easily, so I think we're fine. Like, I don't even know where the fuse is at this point. It's somewhere behind us at this point, in terms of, like, where it's lit at. As long as we just don't die in the last few seconds, we're good. Well, I say that, and then that's exactly what ends up happening.
Hold tight.
And we're good.
Might be close.
That was a bit close, but we got it.
Yes!
Al Pacino back in the day. Some guy in the Mission Impossible movies. Definitely some pretty decent films. Yeah, Tom Cruise.
Friends forever. You can
I don't mind Tom Cruise. I haven't seen all the Mission Impossibles. I've seen, like, at least the first, I think, 5 of them. Because I remember the original 2 and 3. The 4th one. Yeah, 4th one, I've seen the 4th one. And then I think I've seen the 5th one. But I think at that point, that's it. I don't think I've seen anything past the 5th one. Oops. Which now they're on to what, like the one that's coming out next is like the 8th one or something, but it's also the final one. And at least they know when to end the series, so I'll give them credit there that they're at least ending it. Whereas other series don't know how to die. Case number 1 of that, Resident Evil is getting rebooted. Again. After it got rebooted in 2021, which, again, Operation Welcome to Raccoon City was actually a pretty decent movie, because it actually did really well to the source material. It was just too short of a movie. But then, they are now doing another reboot of that instead of a sequel to Welcome to Raccoon City, or to the TV series that had Lance Reddick, rest in peace. Who was literally the only good part of the Resident Evil TV series, for that matter.
Finish fixing up the van?
I'm afraid we'll need a new power source.
To replace this ignition wire, took it for a joke. Why is it so long? You can finish filing your taxes. Yeah, you're about good. It's a recent series you watched with the Scream movies.
Has located a candidate, but
well, I'm excited though because we've got there's some war movie that's out that's supposed to be really good, but I haven't seen it yet.
Can I help out here at
Then
all?
at some point, me and my dad are going to go see Final Destination Bloodlines. Apparently, it's actually really good. Like, apparently, it's by far the best one in the series. We just have to go there? Yeah, apparently Bloodlines is like the best one in the series by a mile. Though it's also the last time we'll ever get Tony Todd in anything, so hopefully they do it well. Then Brett Bassinger's in it, my longtime celebrity crush, so... hoping it's going to be a good movie. I mean, it sounds like it is, so gonna go see that at some point. And there's other stuff coming out this year, I'm sure, that I'm just not thinking of at the moment. I feel like this is a pretty good year for movies overall.
Pretty.
I mean, Tom Cruise does most of his major stunts. Oh, yeah! Which is kind of crazy, because he's like 60 now.
Yes, it
Friday the
just
13th,
needs to be
Halloween,
charged.
Fast and Furious.
Seems like that might be a problem
Yeah,
in
Fast
these
and
parts.
Furious I've never cared about.
Well,
Never cared about that one.
taking the trail. Let's have it to them.
The Uncharted movie is supposed to get a sequel, but I don't know when it's going to happen.
There, Sly Cooper.
Oh, is this the one where you have to get shot by
Don't
her?
move, or I'll zap you.
Sorry, Carmelita. Gotta go.
Yeah, we're getting that at some point in the next few years, hopefully. Oh, you know what? Speaking of stuff that's coming out potentially in the next few years, Far Cry? Supposedly they're releasing the next Far Cry game. According to early leaks, the next Far Cry game is coming out in 2026. But apparently it's already under severe controversy over a certain choice that it made. This is one that's going to sound pretty bizarre, probably, to a lot of people, if it turns out to be true. The game is going to be set in, like, the northeastern United States, for one thing, which is kind of weird. But aside from that, apparently you're going to have an in-game and real-life time limit in the game to finish it, or else you lose. I'm not joking, that's actually in the leaks for Far Cry 7, whenever that ends up happening, if it ends up happening. That you're actually going to have, like, an in-game and real-world time limit as to when you can finish the story, which is kind of insane, and I really kind of hope that's not a thing unless it's just a side mode or something. If you want to do that as, like, a side mode or something, sure, that's fine. But not for the main game, because that takes away from everything that Far Cry is known for. But yeah, that's a thing that's been stated a few times, which is insane.
Captured Sly Cooper. Repeat.
Sound watching films altogether a waste of time. I don't necessarily blame you. I gotta go see the Minecraft movie. Well, I'll watch the Minecraft movie when it's on Netflix or something. Why is Uncharted movie getting a sequel? Uncharted movie actually wasn't that bad. Like, great premise, solid actors in it, just the problem is they had the wrong actors in the wrong places. Again, Mark Wahlberg was supposed to be Drake from the beginning. And if he had been, I think it would have been a lot better. Where do I have to plug this in at? Up here, okay. Because I think if Mark Wahlberg had been Nathan Drake, I think it would have been better. I don't think Tom Holland did it that well, and I don't think they had any chemistry whatsoever, which is kind of a problem for that series. Also, despite the fact that it's sort of meant to be almost like a prequel to the main series of games, the way it's designed, you do that, but you don't have Elena in it. You have Chloe in it, but not Elena, who's sort of the more major of the characters. The more major of the females in the series.
The battery should be safe. Pick it up and plug it into the safe house outlet.
Okay, this is bad. Let's run. Let's try not to get hit. And just keep sprinting. But yeah, like the Uncharted movie, I didn't mind the movie, it's just, I don't think they had the best of casting for it, and just, you had two actors that had literally no chemistry whatsoever with one another. And I like Mark Wahlberg, actually. I actually do like him. His daughter goes to Clemson, so that's kind of awesome. And he goes and works out there sometimes, which is really fucking cool. At, like, our giant football facility, so that's actually, like, really, really cool. Vampiric Demise. That's our next mission. Glad you never played Far Cry games and never will. Well, let himself get caught. Yeah, that isn't suspicious at all. Well, this isn't the case. Only really play on the weekends. If that's the case, you'll skip it. Yeah, like, that's the whole theory, is that it's gonna have, like, a actual time limit, both real world and in-game, which, interestingly enough, Luigi's Mansion, in its early, like, alpha or beta phase of it, was going to do that, actually. It was going to limit you to 24 hours of playtime to rescue Mario, or else you just instantly lost. I think it was 24 hours of actual playtime, not 24 hours of, like, real-life time. Yeah, that's a short game. You can beat it in 3 to 4 hours, but, like, regardless. So they were initially going to do that, but it never ended up happening. Now, I could see them doing something like that as, like, a side mode or something. I could understand it being, like, a side mode, but not for the main game. Because a huge appeal of the Far Cry games is exploring the giant open worlds and stuff. And that just takes completely away from that, so... Any game that adds a time-limited event, you're auto-leaving, forget it. I don't blame you. If it does, probably going to skip it. I'll probably play it if it has it, but I might only play it on an alt account.
multiple opponents. Once we get enough fireworks,
So I could see myself playing it on
we should
multi-count
be
or
capable of
something.
blowing the hopping vampire crypt sky high.
Look, Bentley.
Because I do
know
like
you
the
believe
series,
in
and
the
I've
guy,
done
but
every Far
I
Cry
don't
game
trust
up to
him
this
yet.
point, but
You
like,
don't have a choice.
we'll have to
He's
see
the
if it
only
actually
man
ends up
for
being
the
a
job.
thing. Again, I
I'll
could see it
go
being
get
a
him and
side
send him your way.
mode, but there ain't no way in hell they're doing that for the main storyline of the game. For the actual main portion of the game, there's just no way. I can't imagine they'd be stupid enough to do that.
This is it, Panda King. We need you for a field mission.
But I get to be super excited because, again, in positive news, Fallout Season
I will
2
be there
is
present.
coming out in December.
go.
I can't freaking
I
wait.
don't mind telling you, I'm putting
Right
my
around that
neck on the
time,
line
I
here.
will do
all
another
counting on
Fallout
I
lore video that I've done
mind
before
your
where I
name.
make up lore. Well, actually, no. I'll probably do one before that, but it'll be
Hello, old friend.
a state that I didn't promise to
about
do
to
or
work
something.
alongside
I'm going to save the
Sly
Florida video for
and I
right then,
cannot
because that's going to be the
carry with
perfect
me
time
on
to
the
do it
journey.
right when that's
You
new
fool.
thing comes out. Maybe
is
get
your
like 2
chance
of them
for
ready to go
revenge.
right then, just to
He
capitalize on the
humiliated
popularity.
Ruined us.
And Season
Made
3 is
us
already
weak.
confirmed, so
Humiliation
they're already
was
working
a
on Season 3, which is even better.
I have chosen to walk.
I
the
am
path
so
of
excited, though. We're going to
humility.
see if any of my
That
predictions
possibly
on stuff are going to come true or not.
Destroy Cooper
Very fun.
now.
Gonna hurt sales, probably. Probably. Hey, Mia. Working on Oblivion Remastered. Ooh, nice. I will play it someday.
Cooper, the
I
teacher
don't
of
have enough
humility.
space on
We
my
have
console,
slain
as I will
his
show you here. I have 34.5 gigabytes, which actually is more than I used to have, to be fair.
Yet he
Now that
manages
college
to
football
trust us.
and the Lego game
By
is gone,
studying him,
that
we
gives me a
will
little bit more
become
space, but it's
whole.
still not anywhere near enough.
I have no desire
Finish off
to
Sly
join
3 would be
with my
good.
weaker side. You are failure.
I mean, part of the problem is Black Ops 3, like, I don't know if we're going to end up finishing that guide we're working on, because Lewis has taken a break from guide writing for a good while.
And I am humble.
I guess he got burned out on it, so
Only through
I don't
cooperation
know
will
if
we
I'm
become
going
the
to end up
path
finishing that one or
King
not, at
needs.
least not anytime soon.
Yin
I'd be better
and
off just going ahead and
yang.
deleting it, and then
If strength were
can
all that
actually get
mattered,
Oblivion on
Sal
here.
would be an ideal son-in-law.
I don't know. I'll see.
Very well.
Figure that out
Cooper
later on.
Shall live.
I don't know what the next trophy guide I'll write is, because honestly right now there's not really a whole lot I want to write about, because like I'm not playing the new Doom, didn't play Forza, none of that kind of stuff.
Fear not,
So
Cooper.
yeah, I don't know what I would
I
write
shall
next,
not kill you
honestly.
this day.
Ditto.
I know you've been out of
Because
the
like
game
Ghost
for
of
a while.
Yotai, I really
Maybe
wanted to
you
write a
should
guide
use
for
this
Ghost
time
of
to brush up
Yotai,
on your old
but
skills.
I'm going to be out of the country the
First
day
things
that that
first,
game
here's how to
releases,
fire
unless it
an
gets
object.
delayed, which I don't
Center the camera
really
on a
expect it
target
to.
And hold down the L1 button to load fire. Release the button
But if it
to
gets
launch.
delayed, I will 100% be on that guide. Just the problem is that I won't be in the country when it comes out, so
Excellent. Remember to sweep
highly
over
unfortunate in that
targets
case.
with the right analog stick.
Let you know
You'll
the,
always be capable of attacking
0
large
kilobyte
groups of foes.
glitch is still
Now,
on Oblivion
try
Remastered. I have no idea what that is,
vampires at different locations.
unfortunately, because I know almost nothing about the original Oblivion. Never actually played it, so
Nice.
definitely excited to
The
play it
more
eventually,
fireworks you
though.
drive, the more damage they'll do. A full pack does double damage. Now try to destroy that gravestone by focusing your full power on it.
Alright.
Such power.
And
Looks like you have
destroyed.
enough to wake up the undead guardians. Target them all at once with a full pack. That should be enough to destroy them.
Perfect. Look at all those coins. Take those coins. We need them coins.
Sly must be done by now. He'll need help carrying the fireworks from the cache.
Let's go.
Okay, I'm done with this one. You handle the stuff. I'll head out for the next cache.
Excellent. I'll make good use of these.
Oh, the fireworks. I feel sorry for those of you that are in states where fireworks are mostly illegal, because they are lots of fun. They can be annoying, especially if you have, like, dogs that really don't like the sound of them. But fireworks can be quite fun, so... This the nice thing with South Carolina is you got stores all over the place where you can buy them. Like, legitimate ones that aren't just, like, sparklers and stuff. But I understand why they don't allow them in some places, because people cannot be trusted. People do stupid things with them. And they're very loud and obnoxious if you have, like, dogs or anything around that really don't like the sound of it. Which my older one really does not like the sound of fireworks. Or most other loud noises, for that matter, because he's older, so he just doesn't like it. It upsets him. That's just the thing that happens with dogs when they get older. They just start to become more sensitive to certain sounds. Okay. Some health. Getting lots of coins from this, so that's good. On PS4 and PS5, those are games that have a glitch known as Zero Kilobyte Glitch. Despite having enough room for save files, it will make you remove save files to make new ones. Here they thankfully remove the fireworks ban. Oh, okay, that's good. So I live out in the country, so could always shoot them off. Well, when I live back home, of course. The Sheaf, if you're not mistaken, are Chinese vampires that move by jumping around, super speed, super strength. Don't seek blood, but just life energy. Oh, okay. New Jersey allowed fireworks a few years ago. Had to go to the border between Jersey and Pennsylvania to buy them. Because, like, North Carolina only allows, like, the low-quality stuff. Your sparklers, your poppers, your little, like, tanks and stuff like that.
The hordes are onto you. They're closing in.
I have no idea what I just hit, but... Wait. Oh, there they are. God, I didn't even see them at first. Yeah, South Carolina, we got plenty of stores around here you can buy them at. Like, the legit good stuff. I love a lot of things about my state. Not everything, though. Our roads are still one of the worst in the country, and our drivers are the absolute worst in the country, if not the entire planet. I shouldn't have to worry about being hit 10 times on the way to work every single day, and then another 10 times on the way home, because that's legitimately what life is here with driving. As much as I love this state, we have the worst drivers on the fucking planet.
One more cache to go. We're doing great.
We legitimately have, like, the worst drivers on the freaking planet up here. It's honestly almost hilarious how bad it is. Until you nearly get into 12 wrecks a day from dealing with it. And again, that's barely an exaggeration. Depending on which road I take to work, that is barely an exaggeration. Now, by some miracle, I've never actually been hit down here, knocking on my wooden table here. By some miracle, I've never actually been hit here. Only in North Carolina. Ironically, every time my car's ever been hit was in North Carolina, and that happened 3 times in 2 years. When I was in high school.
More hopping vampires! My scanners! They're everywhere!
They're everywhere! I have no idea what I just hit, if anything. Okay, got him. I will take those coins. Thank you very much. Launch. Launch. Good start. Got him. Gone. We're good. It's a good double hit. I don't know what I'm going to hit with that, but that's okay. We got at least a few of them. Six rockets launched against 3 enemies. Hit them. Got it. And they all just look like grasshoppers. Or praying mantises or something. Launch them all at once. Got him. That was close, but we're good. Got him. Got him. Just barely, but we got him. Launch to him. Launch into a group there, maybe. Keep going. It's triple. How long does this part go on for? I will read comments here once we get through this fight. I remember this part being a bit annoying with the amount of enemies you have to deal with. Okay, there we go, there we go. Get that group, and then is that gonna be it? That might be. Oh, nope, it's not. They spawned from the same place, though, which is surprising. Okay, that's good. Come on, load them faster, Panda King. Got lots of coins out of that. Very, very good.
Team. This is the last of the fireworks. Put them in the crypt and kaboom! No more hopping vampires.
Only heard of a single story of
Yes,
farmers' kids
this
needing
ordinance
one. Their
will
hands are
suffice.
harder than
They're gonna
steel,
be
sharper than
fangs
swords.
everywhere.
I have no idea what any of that is. Just be glad we don't live in India or China. Can't imagine the roads there. True.
Right.
Actually,
Well,
I think
just
China does
head back to
really
the
well
safe
with
house.
public transit and stuff. I think they have way more like rail lines and everything as well.
Do that.
Heading out. See you later. Thanks for stopping by, TJ. Supposed to give up punctuation for character limit.
Take those fireworks to the vampire's crypt and blow
And the
it
myth of
sky high.
Jinashi apparently escaped by passing out and waking up at sunset, managed to escape by having the blood of a prey on his clothes. Feeds on life force. There we go in up there. Need to be done is the only way to escape. Alright, let's get this one. Fiery wheel! Flaming chop! Fiery wheel! Flaming chop! Or whatever his comments are, I legitimately don't freaking remember.
The fireworks you and Sly stole are heavy duty enough to crack open the hopping vampire's crypt.
Perfect. Take it out.
And you'll break Sal's spell over them.
Oh, this is bad. Yeah, they are going to be a little bit tougher to deal with than I thought. Run away for a second, kill them all off. Get the health, get the coins. Ooh, that's not good. Half his attacks weren't so slow. That's a problem here, is his attacks are so slow. Oh, praying mantises. Launch! Is that any good? Does that do any damage? Yep. There we go. Except I hit myself in the process. So does hitting an enemy, like, actually damage me for some reason? It does! Why is that? It seems like a rather counterintuitive thing to have happen. Why would I take damage from hitting an enemy? Just because I have the giant pack of fireworks on me or something? Okay, so just avoid, I guess, is really the only thing we can do, because Panda King's pretty weak, apparently. Which is kind of hilarious that he's that weak when he was supposed to be a massive boss in the first game, especially. I mean, yeah, he's also probably the easiest boss, along with Sir Raleigh in the first game. Okay, it's another big group. We're getting lots of money out of this, at least, which is good, so it's all going to be worthwhile. There we go. That took longer than it should have been. You see how bad Jersey drivers are? Nah, man. South Carolina drivers are the absolute worst. New York is mostly angry drivers. We have some angry drivers and just an insane amount of stupid drivers. Mantis NPC enemies fighting right now. We're all Janashi. Talking about the origins. Okay, gotcha. Drove to school. It's not far from New York City, so a lot of morons on the road cutting people off and almost crashing. Drivers suck down here, dude. So damn slow. Yeah, we get plenty of slow drivers as well. Came across a guy I used to go to school with. He got mad at you for no reason when you were walking on the sidewalk. Well, we get very mad at people that ride their bikes in the middle of the street down here because it happens too often and it's really, really annoying. Something your mother hates with a passion. Oh, I can't stand slow drivers. I just hate bad drivers in general. Because there's so many of them down here. I'm not saying I'm a good driver necessarily, but I'm better than a lot of these people are. Because a lot of these people look like they've never been behind the wheel of a car before.
Then, with the girl and loot in hand, we run for it.
Ooh, so this is the main battle, or the final operation of the area. What do we have to purchase real quick, though? Let me check that out. I don't really think... Okay, Silent Obliteration. That's a good one. That's a very good one. Shadow Power would be kind of nice, but... honestly, the power-ups don't do as much in this game as they did in the later ones. Or the earlier ones, I mean. Not the later ones, because this should have been the last Sly game. Let me make sure there's no more miscellaneous trophies here to worry about. I think we've got them all, though, for Episode 4. Yep. The rest of them are in Deep Sea Danger and Ancestors Gauntlet. And then, of course, the one all the way back in Opera of Fear, plus all of the Master Thief challenges that we can't finish yet. Alright, I'm gonna go pee real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, that was very much needed. So now we can catch up on comments here. Sometimes you see morons going like 100 miles an hour, swerving in and out of lanes. That doesn't happen as often as I would have thought it would. Too scared to learn to drive, but someday really gonna need to. You will need to if you move out of like a big city like New York. If you're down here in semi-rural parts of South Carolina, you need to be able to drive. You've noticed that it's becoming more common that drivers don't use their blinkers anymore. I feel like no one's ever used their blinkers in my like entire life. Haven't driven a car yet when you're 20 seems embarrassing. Not really when you're in a big city. Like, I don't think that's unusual for places in like Europe where they have actually good public transit. 28 haven't driven. Has a eye condition. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, I don't blame you, but it's like, you really only need it if you're going to move to a more rural area. Because, like, New York City, you guys have actual, like, public transit and stuff. We don't have that here in South Carolina. I think we might have a bus service in the upstate here, and that's about it. I don't think we have anything else, and I'm not even sure if that's completely a thing. So pretty much need to drive around here. It's like, it's in Europe, like, a bunch of those people don't own cars because they don't need them, because they actually just have good public transit. Now, granted, good public transit's nearly impossible in the US simply because of the geography of the country and how spread out it is, so it's not entirely our fault why we don't have it, but at the same time, it would be nice at times to have more of it. Not great at paying attention to the road. You get disrespectful easily. Oh, I get disrespectful very easily. But not being good at paying attention to the road, yeah, it's probably better if you're not actually driving, if you can't pay good attention to the road. Because that is a very good way to end up getting in a wreck. So, yeah, if you can't pay good attention to the road, it's probably better that you're not driving. I don't particularly like driving, but I don't consider myself to be that bad at it. Part of my problem is that because of the meds that I take for, like, antidepressant, anti-anxiety and stuff, drowsiness becomes a serious problem. And there's a not insignificant possibility that I can fall asleep behind the wheel under certain circumstances. So that's at least a little bit scary. Because that's a thing that happens at least once a week at this point.
Ready.
In position.
I'm pumped.
Just because the meds make you drowsy.
I too stand ready.
That almost got me fired from my first job in Cincinnati, by the way.
An honorable effort.
And then they changed their tune pretty damn quick once I told them that I was on medication.
All right, everyone.
They changed their tune pretty damn quick right after that. They about tried to fire me over it. And then they figured out that they would lose that lawsuit very badly.
They should be in position by the front door.
Everything too, let's say you're dating a girl, expect the guy to be able to drive. Definitely down here, for sure. I don't know what that would be like in a bigger city though, because again, the biggest city I've ever lived in was Cincinnati. And that's only like 300,000 people.
Door for a lady. And some say chivalry is dead.
That's only 300,000 people or something like that. It's not that big.
Okay
My hometown is like
Yeah,
10,000.
we're fine.
A little bit over
We need
that.
to get moving.
My current
We're going
town
to make a
is
rendezvous with the
similar to
party
that,
game
but in the
over.
big metro
Always a
area.
slave to the schedule. That's me.
I mean, South Carolina doesn't have any majorly big cities. Charleston and Columbia are each like 150 to 175,000 people, which really isn't that much in the grand scheme of things. Greenville's like 70,000, Spartanburg's like 30,000 maybe, so
Security beams along the way.
mostly
Blue
smaller.
security beams? Oh man, this is tense.
And South Carolina doesn't have any like majorly big cities in terms of like actually what you consider big cities. Oh, I'm not supposed to do that. Okay. I thought I was supposed to shoot him. Oh, right, I'm not supposed to do that. What? Just not supposed to shoot at all. And like, even in my home state of North Carolina, we do have a few big cities there. We've got Charlotte, the Raleigh-Durham area, Raleigh-Durham, Chapel Hill, the Research Triangle. I only remember all this stuff because I talked about it at length in the Fallout video when I did Fallout, what would happen in North Carolina, which is still a very... It was a very... Okay, vehicle. That was a very fun video to make. People really liked it. That's why I made more of them afterward. That's why I intend to make even more of them in the future. Oh, come on now. I don't think I touched that. Maybe the flower did. Penelope has to have a flower on her thing. What the heck was that? Ah. What the heck was that? Ah, nope. That was bad on my part. Oh, come on now. I gotta do a 3-point turn. Speaking of bad driving, gotta do a 3-point turn. Or like a 7-point turn. Oh, this looks horrible. Oh, that actually almost worked. I can probably make that happen, actually. No, I can't. Be very careful. Sneak around the random blue gems of death. Whatever these are supposed to freaking be at this point, I don't even know. I know there's supposed to be some kind of alarm, but... Why wouldn't you just alarm the entire thing? Like, just make a giant impenetrable alarm wall. Why wouldn't you just do that? Like, wouldn't that make more sense and be, like, more efficient?
That should do it. The laser door should be going...
For the girl you're talking to doesn't treat it as a necessity in case it works out.
But
That's good. The only
there was
experience
only
you had was in
supposed to be
GTA and
one.
open world games.
Security nodes
Honestly,
are
that's
set up.
probably not the
That
worst thing in the
second
world if
computer
you
fully boots up.
you at
There's
least
no
know how cars sort of
Penelope,
function to some
I've been doing
degree.
this a long time. If there's one thing I've learned, it's that when the plan gets messed up, always fall back on the golden rule.
Yeah? What's that?
Punch everything?
Break stuff.
Okay,
You're right.
I was close.
If I can destroy all the security nodes before the other computer comes online, that laser door should deactivate.
In all honesty,
Let's
GTA
talk
5 has
more
semi-realistic
I don't
driving
know
to it at
much
times. Okay, so I actually have to focus here. Okay, I think we got everything in here. This looks good. So this is when we get to destroy everything. Right. Going to North Carolina, can't forget, in terms of semi-big cities, we have the People's Republic of Asheville. The only reason I mention that is because one of my all-time favorite books, or book series, is set in Black Mountain, North Carolina, which is right up there, the 1 Second After series. Still one of the best book series I've ever read in my life, and I do kind of hope he writes a 5th one to finally, like, fully close it out.
Yes!
But do love that,
You're pretty good
that
at
whole
breaking
area.
stuff,
I've always
right?
wanted to go visit that, because I've been to Asheville, like,
I
once in my
can
life when I was a
respect
lot younger.
Thanks, pal.
Kind of want to
Let's
visit
get
it
that
nowadays,
treasure.
see Black Mountain especially, which I hopefully will get the chance to during the fall. Because at the end of October, a country group
Looks
that I
a
like
double lever
is going to be
tattoo.
performing there. Small venue. Is there a smaller,
Call it
lesser
out.
known group
I'm
right
ready.
now?
On my 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dragons? I got them.
Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
Yes! We're
You're never
in.
driving. You're 32 years old due to ADHD, and I mean, I don't blame you.
What
If
do
you
you see?
can get away with not driving, I don't blame you at all because I
Brilliant
really
work.
don't enjoy
The
it.
foundation looks
It's not going to be as fun as it is in
Totally
GTA. Oh
unstable.
yeah, that's true.
Hey,
There are so many times
Bert,
where I
sounds
wish it could be
like
like
your
GTA
position.
or
How'd you
Saints
come up
Row
with
or
the treasure?
something where you could just
We're doing
like
awesome.
deal with
Stand aside,
terrible
Penelope.
drivers
Get
however you
it,
choose to do
ball.
so, if that makes any sense. You do happen to drive at some point, and God forbid something bad happens, definitely ain't gonna be through being drunk. Wait, what? You're definitely not gonna be doing it drunk? Is that what you mean by that?
Always a slave to the schedule.
Which I certainly
That's me.
haven't.
The Panda King and the Guru are in position beneath the palace. Once you're inside, they'll start blasting.
Anyway, I went over to Gunner's Guns and I started blasting. I wish that was on a streaming service that I was actually subscribed to.
Might as
I
well
would
do
watch
it
all
with
of it.
style.
Oh, that's what you meant. Gotcha. Yeah, I'll head up to
Okay, guys,
Asheville
I'm here topside.
The bases
late
around
October.
are used in an ancient Chinese security technique to detect subterranean thieves. Our tunneling to
This
free
is
Jing
actually
King
based
will
on
shake
reality,
the
by the
palace.
way, for
I
anyone who's
get you.
curious.
If any of the vases tip over, it'll trip an alarm.
Correct. Don't allow them to fall. I am.
To
putting
some
my
degree, this is
trust
based
in
on
you,
realism.
Sly Cooper.
We'll
Because
get
there was
Jing
an
King.
ancient
I
form
promise.
of earthquake
The
detection
Guru's right. Let's get this show on the road.
in China, I believe it was specifically, where it was like the strength of the earthquake could make a ball fall from like the mouth of a dragon, like a statue. If that makes any sense, but it was actually a legit thing back in those ancient times. So it was like the stronger the earthquake, the more like the easier it would be for the ball to fall out or something, or they'd have a bunch of statues together with the ball at a different position for each one or something. And like they'd be harder and harder to knock over depending on how bad the earthquake was. So this actually has some realism to it, which is interesting.
Success. We're directly beneath the bridal chamber. Just
So
a
kinda
few
cool,
inches from
actually,
Jing
kinda cool.
King.
Hear that, Bentley? You're
How
up.
do people that drove to the bar and got drunk get their cars back? You can get it back if you pay like whatever the fine is for when it's impounded or whatever. I think that's how it works. I've watched enough live PD to assume that's
Poor
what
Carmelita
what
went
happens, but I
rapidly
honestly
up to
don't
the
know.
front of the palace. I left her a calling card, and I'm sure she'll see it and come
Obviously, they
inside.
can't drive.
It's
Doesn't
time
mean they
for a little
still.
subterfuge.
It doesn't mean
Oh,
they
and keep your
drive
position
or
on the
don't
still
drive because
platform.
half of
You're
them
on
drive without a
point for the
fucking
treasure
license.
drop.
That happens so freaking often at this point. Like it's insane the amount of people that drive without a license. Okay, where's Carmelita? It's like if you watch an episode of On Patrol Live, which is what Live PD is now, the amount of people that don't have licenses is honestly like almost insane. Like no one ever seems to have one, but like the cops never seem to do anything to a lot of them, which is ridiculous because like I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if that was me driving around without a license, I would, well, I wouldn't get arrested. You don't get arrested for that, but I would 100% be getting like a big ass fine and penalty and everything. No, all the people on Patrol Live, they never seem to get anything for not having a license. Now, if there's other complications to it, they might get more. Though half of them don't even get a charge for having marijuana in the car, even if it's illegal in the state that they're in. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. You can break the lights out?
Over here!
I did not know you could do that. I've never seen that happen before.
Hey, Fatty!
Is that Carmelita up here? It is.
come over to this position.
Okay, where is she? Okay, she's down there, so that's fine. Have dreams of driving somewhere without a license. That's a very specific dream to have.
Follow the sound of my voice.
No, you can just claim you're a sovereign citizen, and then you cause a lot of problems for them. Just claim you're a sovereign citizen, and you don't need a license to travel or whatever the rules are for that group of people. I don't even know. It's that's an interesting group, so.
Eat dirt.
And no one sees the giant robot here. But no, there was a really funny episode of On Patrol Live where they had a sovereign in like Knoxville or something in Tennessee. That was hilarious because it was like she was just spouting complete nonsense. It was hilarious to listen to.
And they're running away.
Because like she didn't know what the hell she was saying. The cops were just like dying not to laugh at how stupid she was.
Oh, Father, you have rescued me from General Sao.
I am not your father.
Yes,
I am not
my
the
daughter.
father.
You are safe.
Heads up, Sly. You've got company.
Oh. Carmelita, why don't you be helpful here? We're doing a good thing for once. We're helping this guy rescue his daughter.
Okay, Bentley, Secret Plan Alpha is underway. You know the one where I disguise myself as General Sal and steal the veiled bride during the
You
wedding
really just
ceremony?
said the entire thing
Yeah,
out
make sure
loud
the
over
whole
comms
gang's
so
there.
anyone in the world that could hack into
I'm
it could
headed to
hear?
the rendezvous now. Over and out.
Sly Cooper and his secret plans. Who's this failed bride he's so interested in anyways?
Uh-oh,
Well,
Carmelita
he's
getting
not
a
the
little
only
bit
one who can
jelly.
play the disguise
Little
game.
jelly.
I'll give him and his gang a shotgun wedding they'll never forget.
Because you'll use an actual shotgun, except you don't have an actual shotgun. Why does it have that? I don't even know.
What strange rumbling have disturbed my meditation?
Already turned 21, first
And
thing
on
you're doing
the
is
very
taking a
eve of
cigar
my
for the
wedding.
first time.
Do not worry, my
Smoke
bride.
it like a
I will
chimney
not
that day.
let anything prevent our love from
I will
blossoming.
say, like,
Not even
for as
your
much as I
misguided
like things like
attempts to
drinking,
escape.
I've never smoked
well.
anything.
Perhaps my meditation
Whether
will
that
be
be
more focused
cigar,
amid the splendor of my
cigarette, any
treasure
sort of
temple.
tobacco. Never use any sort of tobacco or e-cig or vape or anything. And never gotten high either. Never went and did that either. Like, Lizard Guy and some of the other guys I know will smoke a cigar occasionally. They won't do anything worse than that, for the most part, but, like... It's weird. I feel like I'm the only person who
Carmelita
doesn't
took
do
the
that
bait.
kind of stuff.
Where are you guys at with Jin King?
I just don't have any interest in it. Because my grandfather that I never met on my mom's
Hey,
side of the
man, Sal's
family,
on his way to
so
your
her
position.
dad,
How you coming with the treasure?
he died before I was born because he was a really heavy smoker.
No, wait!
Uh-oh.
I just don't really have any interest in it.
Okay, guys, parachute down the treasure to me. I'm ready.
I don't really see what the benefits of it would be either. Like, you just get a bunch of crap in your lungs, and I don't know. I just don't see the reason for it. Did try the e-cigs at one point when you were 15 or 16. I think a lot of people nowadays probably do, because I didn't really... When I was in, like, high school and stuff, there wasn't much in the way of e-cigs yet. That was more of a later on type of thing. We keep the cigars as an occasional thing. That's fair, yeah. If you want to smoke one, like,
Temple. Destroy.
every now and
Never
then,
have I
sure.
suffered such an outrage. You shall pay.
Eat it, Sal! I broke your temple!
And if you want to
and
smoke
I'll
one every
break your
now and then,
face
that's
for
probably not
messing
going to
with
hurt you that
Cooper.
badly, but just, like,
cannot
as long as you
hurt
don't make it a
me.
habit or
Oh,
something.
yeah? Heads up, Emily! Treasure chest coming down!
Yeah, I've just never really had any interest in the idea of smoking stuff.
The outrage. Stone Dragon of the Temple, I summon you from rock
Tobacco
to
boosts
flesh.
testosterone?
Aid the
Really?
family Tau in this
Is it
hour
the
of
tobacco or
need.
the nicotine that does it? I'm just curious. Because I actually don't know. Because I don't do that stuff.
Sweet strawberry shortcake!
No! Let go of me!
Haha! The Tau line is master in this place. Hear me,
He's a
slime
master
people.
of kidnapping
Finding
women
it
and
to
forcing them
pass
to
is
marry
yours
him.
every
Yeah,
way.
dude, that's not
It's
something
about
I would
the
want
family
to
name,
brag
pal.
about.
It's what you do with it.
This ain't the fucking Handmaid's Tale, dude. That's not something I would want to brag about.
Sly, I'm okay. I broke my fall on one of these wedding fireworks.
Sly, help!
You broke your fall on a wedding firework? How does that even happen? Alright, come on, just keep hitting them. Oh, I actually got hit there. That was dumb. I shouldn't have gotten hit there, honestly. This is gonna shake me off here. Okay, not bad. It's probably both. Oh, okay. Yeah, I legitimately don't know, because I know nothing about any of that. Like I said, just never had any interest in tobacco or nicotine. Never did. Probably never will.
Ow! Ow! He's really squeezing me!
Plus, even if I wanted to try it, weed is very highly weed is very highly illegal in the state of South Carolina. You can't even have it for medical purposes. Which I do think is a little bit overly strict, but I don't see anything wrong with having it for medical. And most of my hatred for it is purely because I dated someone that was completely addicted to it, and I saw, like, the effects of it and everything, so that kind of tainted my opinion there. I can only hope that's not how they all act when they're on it. Oh, well. This one's gonna be a little bit harder. Hey, come on now. Basically, just be patient. I could see how you could get through this without taking damage, though, if you were actually careful about it.
Feel like making an exit?
My hero.
Probably only be done in moderation. Yeah, definitely only in moderation. I think if you do anything in moderation, you're probably going to end up being fine.
You might have stolen
Start
my
to
treasure.
let go of several
thwarted
addictions.
my
That's good
dragon,
then.
but
Don't even
I
eat
still
food
have
as
the
much.
bride. Jing King is
Don't watch
mine.
adult videos. That's good then. I don't watch that stuff very often. That's a handful of times a year, probably. I do still eat badly, though.
Jump in
I love my
quick.
sugar.
We're out of here.
Some months I drink too much, so... Alright, that's it for episode 4.
General Tsao had his wedding right on schedule. Everything was as he'd arranged. Except the bride came as kind of a shock.
Uh-oh.
Carmelita was a little disappointed it wasn't me she busted at the altar, although I doubt she minded taking Tsao into custody. He did, after all, plague the streets with the undead. From what I hear, the locals were happy to see him go. We dropped off Jing King with her aunt. The Panda King insisted that she be safe there and that he needed to pay off his debt to the gang. I was still
Well, that
wary,
sounds good.
but there was no denying that his skills would come in handy.
You gotta pay the troll
Needless
toll.
to say, we lived it up in the back streets of Shanghai. What kind of gang of thieves would we be if we passed up on recreation like that?
Yeah, you gotta pay the troll toll. I'm just deleting some random ass emails I have. I have way too many of them. I don't know how some of these companies get away with sending so many emails. It's ridiculous. Lenovo is happy that I shopped with them. Well, I am happy that I shopped with them as well. Because I really like the new computer. Alrighty. So, before we go to Dead Man Telltale... Okay, what is it? The gallery, that's it. Yep, let's go to the gallery real quick. I can't remember if we actually have to look at everything. I don't think we do, but just in case. You have to go through the whole gallery, get that trophy progress done. So we're going to need that later. We have to visit all of the galleries for a trophy. And then we have some Master Thief challenges to do. Alright, easy enough. So let's check out the Master Thief challenges. What do we have here? Nice, one more episode to do. Now we got 2 more episodes. We got the Dead Man Telltale Tales and then the Ancestors Gauntlet. So we got a little ways to go. Also stop using e-cigs. Well, that's good then. Bad news, you're going to have to deal with the final boss again. Yeah, I am not looking forward to that BS-ery again. Okay, this seems easy enough. Yeah, I am not looking forward to that one. Because that is one of the most rage-inducing boss fights I've dealt with in a while. Just... oops. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that! That's not what I meant to do. I hit the wrong button. This is one of those things where it's just like... it's such a massive difficulty spike for no reason other than to be difficult. And it comes out of absolutely nowhere, is the thing. It just comes out of absolutely nowhere and it didn't need to exist. It's just there to be, like, completely brutal out of nowhere. I don't know why they felt the need for it. And that, I think, is the last one. And I hope we have enough time, because Murray is over halfway through his clock here. Alright, this is good. This is good. Bounce to there, bounce to there. Alright, that was easy enough. Fell asleep during the fight and watched the VOD. Yeah, I got fucking pissed off. Because I hate when things just feel like they're blatantly unfair. Okay, so in this one, he's allowed to take some damage, just not a lot of damage. And that was one of those things where it's like, yeah, I felt like I was playing it pretty well, but just, he would take, or Sly would just die so quickly out of nowhere sometimes. See, this is basically just that one thing we did earlier, but with Murray having half as much health. So he is allowed to take damage this time, which is very useful. But also, I just crash out and get mad at games very easily, as we've kind of learned up to this point. Unless it's a game that I really, really enjoy playing, I will potentially crash out at it. And even so, it may still happen depending on what the game is and how difficult it is. Because, like, even if we get a Freedom Fighters Retro Achievement list, there is a very real chance we'll crash it on that because the game is legitimately difficult on the higher difficulties. Oh, oops. Sorry, Murray. I wasn't paying much attention. Yeah, that game is legitimately difficult on its higher difficulties, for those who haven't played it. The Against All Odds difficulty, or whatever it is, that's the highest difficulty, is insanely hard. Murray? Damn, dude, you cannot take a punch here. Oh, you were the tough guy of the group. Did you regress to your Sly 1 status? I think he regressed to his Sly 1 status. What the heck? Yeah, I think he straight up regressed to his Sly 1 status here. He's playing like he did in Sly 1. He just can't take a hit. God, he's died in like one hit. Dang, Murray. What happened to you, man? You were such a badass in Sly 2, and now you're dying in like one hit to random... whatever these creatures are. Vampires, possibly. Okay, I mean, I don't know how I do against vampires, but still. Come on now, Murray. Thought you were tougher than that. Thought you were a tough boy. That was entirely my fault for missing the shots. Man, yeah, he is not able to survive much in this. They're more aggressive in this version as well, because I remember him being quite that tough to deal with. But we're good. We're good. We're good. Not too bad. Not too bad. Same. Not gonna believe it, but yesterday checked out a steak you had in your fridge, so the nutrition label, for some reason, it had carbs. Yeah, steak shouldn't have carbs. That's not normal. Steak should not have carbs. Or at absolute most, if it's a little bit processed, maybe 1 carb at absolute most. It shouldn't have more than 1 carb at absolute most, so that's a little bit weird. Yeah, that, I don't know if I'd trust that. I don't know where you got it from, but I might be a little bit concerned about that, because steak is not supposed to have any carbs, or maybe 1 total depending on what you put in it. Yeah, that's a little bit odd and off-putting. I would definitely look into that a little bit, because that's not how it's supposed to be. Because that's the reason steak is so important for a carnivore diet, because it has no carbs in it. To be fair, Murray's pulling a van. Yeah, that is fair, but at the same time, I thought he was tougher than that. Alright, this one's pretty easy. It had 4 carbs per serving? That ain't normal for a beef-based dish like that that's just straight beef. Yeah, I would be a little bit questioning of where that came from. Because steak and burgers should be 0 or at most 1 carb for a serving. At most 1. And even then, 1 is still probably a little bit generous. Usually it's 0. And that's why you eat them for carnivore diets, is because they have literally nothing in them for carbs or sugar. So yeah, that's pretty weird. Oops, I screwed that up. Alright, yeah, this challenge is pretty easy, honestly. This one's not a problem at all. Ah! Don't do that to me, General Chicken. I don't even know what General Tso's chicken actually is as an actual dish. Because I don't know the last time I ordered it. It's been years, probably. I don't even know what exactly it has in it. I'm a much bigger fan of, like, lo mein, fried rice, stuff like that. Alright, well that was super easy. You get all your red meat products from Australia?
Come back and take it like a man.
That's weird, honestly, though. Maybe it's... I don't think it's the salt in it, because if it comes from Australia, it's going to have preservatives in it, but I don't think that would be 4 grams per serving. I don't know, man. That's weird. That's actually really, really weird. You might be getting some kind of weird processed crap that actually isn't good. Like, that's an entire possibility. You might just be getting some weird processed crap that shouldn't be consumed by humans. That is a possibility, but again, I honestly don't know, because that's... I've never seen a steak served with more than 1 gram of carbs. And that might have only been because of the preservatives in it. See, I've never seen that before, so... I'd be a little bit questioning of whatever that brand is, because I probably wouldn't get that. Because even the Food Line brand around here, I've never seen carbs in it. That's the whole appeal of it, is that it's just straight meat. 0 carbs, just straight meat, great for a carnivore diet or a keto diet. And part of my problem is that it's like, I could probably be eating better, but when they bring free food into work, I'm not going to turn that down because it's free food, and I don't turn down free stuff, especially if it's good. So that's part of my problem, is like, I'm not going to turn down good free food. How the hell did I do this basically first try before? So that does not help me with the idea of losing weight, because sometimes the drug reps bring very good quality food to us. Sometimes it's something like Panera Bread, sometimes it's Tropical Grill, which is like a local place in South Carolina that's pretty good, and not that unhealthy for that matter. And like on Monday, they brought in a place that some of the doctors are co-owners of, that was like not necessarily a deli, but they served like cheesesteaks and stuff. So cheesesteaks, mac and cheese, and other sides. And it was really good, but I ate quite a bit of it, because I'm not gonna pass up a really good free meal. The economy's rough right now. Alright, so that's it for episode 4. It's completely done for now. He's a chicken? I call him a chicken. Said beef and that's it? Yeah, that's really weird, man. That should not have any carbs in it. Yeah, males are roosters, but he looks more like a chicken. He doesn't look like a rooster. A low-fat steak? I don't know, man. Steak isn't supposed to have carbs in it. It really isn't, so... Maybe it depends on the cut of the steak. I don't know. I'm not an expert, but... I don't know. Chickens can be male. Oh, I don't know if they can be male or not. I'm not a scientist in that sense.
We got the message late one Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm not really a scientist, so I don't really know, but maybe we have some truth going here in the chat. I legitimately have no idea.
He gone ahead and booked the whole team passage under assumed identities to none other than Blood Bag.
Yeah, I always thought steak had 0 carbs in it no matter what, so... Maybe it doesn't. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't claim to be smart, so I could be entirely wrong.
The cruise over gave us some time.
Oh, chickens can be male? Okay. Cassie, while you're on Google if steak should have carbs in it, because I don't think it should.
He'd made a fortune looting undersea wrecks.
An entire bag of chicken and it's gotten expired, forced to throw it all out. Oh, that sucks.
Pete stole not only his loot,
Oh yeah, I love
but
red
his
meat
precious
too, but
diamond
like,
gear
I
as
like to
well.
mix it up, you know? I like some white meat, I like some red meat.
A broken man, Remy
Mix them
retired
both
from
up,
treasure
because
hunting
white
and
meat has
eventually
certain
started a
benefits,
family.
red meat has certain benefits. Red meat is good for
Dimitri, growing up on his
things like
grandfather's
iron
stories,
level in the
dreamed
body.
of one
You
day
need red meat
recovering
for
the gear.
iron level.
So that was
Versus
our
chicken
task.
is generally
We've been
better
called
for
in to
stuff
get
like
our
the
hands on
heart.
this
So,
miraculous diving equipment.
need some of both. Enjoy
Not
some
all
of
bad,
both.
really. If things go our way, the team might get a frogman out of the deal, which Bentley figures will be a big help cracking the Cooper vault.
And I like both. I love
Bentley,
ground
always
beef
thinking.
for burgers and stuff. I love steak. I love chicken. I love pork, which I know you can't eat. I love, chicken's annoying to make. Okay, yeah, that's fair. Chicken is kind of annoying to cook compared to beef. That's actually fair because
and is living here in town.
yeah,
I'll mark his
chicken
place with a
is
waypoint.
harder to cook than ground beef or just beef-based dishes in general. Because like ground beef, I can make a pretty good meal just by taking, you know, a pound or a pound and a half of ground beef, just chop it up, put it in a
think
big
pirates could get
saucer
that
on the
That
stove or
scurvy
pan,
with them or
whatever you want to
something.
call it,
Don't lower your guard,
and just cook it to where it's all browned,
don't trust outsiders at all.
and then just put it in a bowl, add some cheese to it, and you've got a pretty good meal with that.
Joke all you want.
Zero carb, delicious tasting, especially if you can add some pepper to it or something, some good peppers. It comes out really well. It's something that I started making back in Cincinnati, actually. Oh, do we not have the disguise yet? And it would always come out very well. It was always a solid option. Plus, I can freeze it, so I've got a couple bowls of that in the freezer, so I can eat those over the weekend. Last 2 days, you've had 10 ounces of steak. There's nothing wrong with that. Steak is delicious, and it's good for you.
Maybe we can work out a bargain.
Over this past weekend, I ate way too much because we went to a fancy restaurant for my mom's birthday. So, it's a place called Hall's Chop House. It's a South Carolina restaurant chain, a steak chain. There's only like 5 or 6 of them. So it's not a big chain. That is some of the best steak I've ever had in my life. It is so freaking good. Get a good medium rare filet. It is so freaking good. And it was funny because like my mom and my dad don't like their steak
must be around here somewhere.
less cooked.
That's Stone Jake.
It's funny because it's like my grandparents will eat their steak well
Tough
done,
enough to take an anchor
which
drop
I
on
think
his
is
head?
an atrocity. But they're old enough that I really don't care if they want to do that or not. They can do whatever the hell they want. They're old enough. Who cares? Let them do whatever the hell they want that makes them happy. But like with my parents, it's like, why would you eat steak at medium well?
Be that monkeys?
Or even just medium is just too heavily cooked.
Where are you?
Like, steak should be served medium rare is the perfect temperature. Now, I will admit, if I go to something like Outback, especially Outback specifically, I will usually ask for it medium there because they tend to undercook their steaks pretty badly. So, usually I will ask for medium there because it will give me a medium rare. And if I don't do that, it'll give me a potentially very rare steak, which I don't want it to be super rare or anything like that. A lot of red is fine, but cold red chewy. No, thank you.
Nice work. I've already got a bead on the second lieutenant. He's in
Beef tastes
motion
way
for the
better when it's higher in fat.
overturned
Oh, absolutely, because fat equals flavor. That is like cooking 101, is that fat equals flavor. That is cooking 101, so that is completely accurate. People don't want to talk about that, but yeah, fat equals flavor. That is, again, cooking 101, so.
There's the second lieutenant. You need
That's
to
why you
steal
love
his
Wagyu
peg
beef.
leg.
I've never had Wagyu beef.
Seriously?
But I'm going
Isn't
to
that
have it
kind
in
of
Japan in about
harsh?
6 months.
You'll need it for the costume. It's very unique.
Or 5
Look,
months, actually.
what
Yeah,
you
it's only
need to
5
worry
months
about
at
is
most.
getting past
It's
his
like 4.5
bodyguards.
months,
I'll
actually.
have to pick them off one
So
by
I'll have it
one.
there.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Because it's cheaper over there, by the way, which is kind of awesome to think about, is that Wagyu is much cheaper over there. It's going to be the one and only time in my life I get to eat, like, Japanese A5 Wagyu beef.
Okay.
And I am super excited for it.
Pickpocket the screws from his peg leg.
Because we're going to be there, we're going to go to a steak place on my birthday while we're over there, so super, super excited for that. Peg leg.
Excellent work. You've just got one lieutenant left. Twitchy
While they
Ned.
don't mention
I'm
it, you can
afraid
see a
word
lot of
got
ways
out
the
that
crew
someone's
killed their
taking down
captain.
lieutenants, and
Oh,
he's
God.
hiding out up in a crow's nest.
This just got dark. Like yours, medium well. The Wagyu beef patties. Okay, yeah, Wagyu beef patties. I've never even had that, though, so I've never had any sort of Wagyu beef. In all honesty, like, as much as I'd like to try it, I don't really see a point in spending potentially insane amounts of money on it. Because honestly, as long as I'm eating real meat, I'm really not going to complain about it. Steak, chicken, burgers, as long as it's real meat, I don't really care that much. Oh crap. How did you not? Why is he not dying from that? That is really weird. I don't know why he wouldn't die from that. Yeah, it'll be my chance to try legit Japanese A5 Wagyu, which is not something that I ever would get the chance to try here, because it's so freaking expensive. But over there, it's actually not horribly overly expensive.
They're everywhere. The dogs are closing in. Stay awake. Keep your wits about you, Ned. Stay sharp.
Wasn't the random British accent or
Sharp as
Australian
an axe,
accent, whatever that
sharp as a
is?
pin, sharp.
Oh, it's the guy up top.
It's true. An Asian of Thames
Parents are
come
so
for
weird they
revenge.
think steak is supposed to be made well done. Yeah, they're wrong. Yeah, your parents are wrong. I'm sorry, but they are wrong. If a steak is served well done, it is an insult to the cow that it came from, in my opinion. Because, like, my grandparents, like I said, they eat theirs well done, which, again, they're old enough. Who cares? Let them have what they want. They're old enough. They've dealt with enough in life. Let them enjoy it however they want. But, like, my parents will eat it medium to medium
Take
well.
that, scallywag.
And it's like, why? Do you want all the flavor to be gone from your steak?
Avast!
You might have a little bit of flavor left, but it's not going to be the quality it should be. And even medium, I mean, medium's not bad, but it's still not where it should be. A medium rare steak is the perfect temperature. Because, guess what? Your chef is going to know how to serve your steak at medium rare most well. Oops. Yeah, your chef is going to know medium rare the best out of any temperature. So they're going to be able to make it the best that they can. And then just medium rare is a perfect taste. And I don't blame people that eat it rare. Like, I don't like the texture of rare. Is the thing for me. Oh, come on. Can I hit the right button, please?
What's your style, you young pups?
Like, I don't mind. I like the taste of it when it's rare. It's just, I don't really like the texture of it because it tends to be chewier and a little bit weirder looking, in my opinion, when I've had rare before. So, not huge into rare.
I yield.
Would rather have medium rare. Warm or hot red center is very solid to me. Fantastic taste, fantastic texture if the company or whoever you're getting it from does it right. I don't know why I said company, but...
Full cantankerous Tim disguise. Head on back to Black Spot.
Pirate
and
disguise.
And remember your pirate accent this time.
Aye, Misa Piratski. It's interesting that in a kid's game they mention that pirates are killers. I think we've determined that this whole franchise is well beyond what we normally consider to be a kid's game. Given the whole, your mom has more gentleman callers than the local phone line comment in the previous episode, or 2 episodes ago. Go to an Arab country, should definitely try lamb. I have tried lamb before, and it was good when I tried it. Like, the flavor of it was good. I wasn't a huge fan of the gamey texture of it. The flavor was good, though, because I went to France in my junior year of high school, like after my junior year with my French class. And lamb was one of the things I tried there, and the taste was really good. It was just, I wasn't the biggest fan of texture and the gamey texture of it. Oh, I wasn't listening.
You're a donkey-head, toothless.
I have to listen here.
But methinks you're a marooned, barnacle-backed sack of maggots.
Maroon barnacle maggots we can't have.
You are a mumbling, twisted cabin boy.
'Tis already been said, no pirate worth his salt will
Oh,
be.
crap, that was wrong. So Cabin Boy is the one that I got wrong. Anchorhead.
You are a mumbling, twisted angerhead.
That be true enough, but you're blathering, scurvy-ridden waste of skin.
You're
I think this is right.
cricket-sized, grog-abusing cow pie.
Ha! You swear like a child. You're a pig-breathed, clam-tongued whale fart.
Pig clam whale.
You're
I don't know if that's right at all.
Pus-faced bag of vomit.
But methinks you're a parrot-loving, yellow-bellied piece of filth.
That seems
really?
different.
You're idiotic, cross-eyed.
I think that was right. Is that right?
swabber.
'Tis already been said.
What? That wasn't right?
Oh, really?
Did I have it
You're
wrong?
Idiotic, cross-eyed.
Oh, is idiot the wrong
'Tis
answer?
already been
Yeah, idiot's the wrong answer. Okay, hang on.
parrot-loving, yellow-bellied piece of
Parrot
filth.
yellow filth.
Oh,
Is that
really?
right?
You're brainless, cross-eyed.
Hope I'm right.
swabber.
Ha! Cantankerous Tim, it must be you.
We got it.
Forgive this old sea dog
Okay.
with sunburned
My memory
eyes
isn't the best,
for
but we
not
got it.
recognizing you straight away. I've never met a
I think
man
it has
on
been
the
said
land
already.
sea that
Don't
could
repeat any
burst half
insults.
his
We got it.
world.
We got it. Just take a couple of tries
Why, after so long
for
a
me
wait,
to
you drop that
actually be
gun?
intelligent enough to figure out what they want me
For
to
me share
do.
of the treasure we stole years back from that Remy Lousteau fella.
Remy Lousteau, you mean Jacques Lousteau?
While drunk off. You and I buried
You were
the loot
drunk
a
in a
bed
kid's
of
game?
fire.
Dun
I
dun
made believe I kept the
dun.
map to the
Were you
treasure.
one of the many gentlemen callers for that other comment?
Then let's have it.
Were ya?
High time we dug up our retirement and lived as lords.
It shames me fierce to tell you, shipmate, but I lost my galleon in a game of cards. And worse yet, the map was stolen by that terror, Captain Lefouille.
What? What? I'd have run him through with my cutlass before giving up so treasured a parchment.
This Lefouille's no ordinary buccaneer, no. He's earned the reputation as the smartest man on the 7 seas.
Yeah, imagine doing this without rewind. I did it without rewind on the PS3 version. It was painful. The good thing was, though, there weren't any miscellaneous trophies, so there weren't... You didn't have to beat certain bosses without taking damage and stuff like that, so... You just had to beat the game and beat the Master Thief challenges, and that was it. So it wasn't quite as bad in that sense. Daddy knows what a phone is. Some ways it was easier, some ways it was harder. You didn't have to do with all the miscellaneous stuff in this game, but you did have to complete the game, purchase everything, and finish all the Master Thief challenges. And some of those could be a little bit difficult.
To make the voyage, we'll need to steal a pirate ship from the harbor. No easy feat given the cutthroat nature of these cutthroats. First, Murray and Sly will steal a jolly boat and blast the rudders off any ships that could chase us out into the open ocean. The action is sure to provoke the harbor patrol, so be prepared for a sea battle. With them out of the way, no one can stop us from leaving harbor. Meanwhile, Penelope and I will work together to break into Lefouille's keep and steal the map to the buried treasure. Once both objectives are reached, we'll steal a ship and set sail for Dagger Island. Then it'll be a simple matter of following the map and digging up the loot.
Alright, sounds good. But I think we're going to call the night here, guys. We're like 3 hours and 10-ish minutes in, and I'm honestly kind of tired. I didn't sleep that well last night. So I'm probably going to call it here. Thank you all for tuning in to tonight's stream. As for what I want to do in the future, there will be more Sly 3 potentially. Could end up streaming that if needed. And there are other games I want to play, like Up and that Ratchet & Clank game and all that kind of good stuff. Oblivion when it comes out. So there's definitely a lot of other things that I could play in the near future. So I don't know what's going to come next and if I'm going to stream on Thursday or Friday. It'll either be Thursday or Friday. Will be the next stream. So whenever it is, we will figure out what to play. I also have those 2 banning challenges I want to go back and do now for COD 4 and Modern Warfare 2. Those, at this point, I could probably about finish one in a single stream at this point. Because honestly, I don't think it's going to be that long. So we will see when we get back to that. So I will see you guys back here either tomorrow or Friday night for some more content.